Welcome to our reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad that you are. Today, we're going to be going over everything that the rest of week 3, and we're also going to be covering a little bit of week 4. Um, if you're here for the very first time, thank you for joining us. Chat. The chat is open, and oh, they're already
Roxie!
okay.
It's
That
been
was funny.
years since I've forgotten to turn it off.
Well,
Jeez
we're off to a
Louise.
great start. Uh, the chat is open. Hi, chat. I see Jameson in there, Shy Boy, Joseph. Thank you for joining us. As always, I am not alone in this venture, but also chat. Feel free to share this out to anyone. Leave a like, comment. Let us know if you're here for the first time. We are. But anyways,
Yeah.
I sorry, I got caught off guard with the thing. Um, uh, so, uh, of course, I am not alone in this venture. I am, of course, always joined by my esteemed Big Brother co-hosts, the Nick City and the lovely Roxie Hopman. Nick, I'm going to come to you first. How are you feeling with this potential blindside that's going to be happening? And I'm blindside as in the only person that doesn't know that they're going is the person. Everyone else knows.
Well, okay, I was about to say, I don't know about Blindside because I think that it's pretty obvious what's going on. I mean, I think that this week has been not very interesting. I think that the minute I saw who won HOH, I was immediately like, I'm not excited for any of this today. So I'm ready for this week to be over, if you ask me, quite frankly. I'm hoping that we get what everyone is speculating the HOH competition is going to be, because I think that that could be really fun. But other than that, kind of a very mid to low week, in my opinion, over it. Goodbye.
Well, yeah, of course. It has not been the best of timelines, I would say. And of course, like
No.
Roxy, were you there's been hysteria going all around the internet, but I want to know, did you buy into the Drew had the BB time capsule power?
No. Yes. I don't know. Get back to me. Sort of, but not really. But I wished for it, but did I really think it? Not really.
Of course.
It is what
But
it is.
I feel like we all had a bit of hope in it, and unfortunately, our hopes were, if not diminished, and everyone was tearing Drew a new one throughout Big Brother fandom in itself, calling him the next Marcellus, calling him Zack 2.0. But the episode come to find out that is nothing of the case at all. So apologies running around, but we'll get into that. And I also want to note, chat, if y'all have any questions throughout this, we are going to be having a new segments or kind of dedicated to specific questions that are asked of us. We'll try to get to them when we can, but just know that we are paying attention and all of this. But I also want to set this up. Roxy,
Zach.
last time we left off, we were uh the imminent Jason's eviction was upon us. Can you catch us up on the episodes and everything like that leading up to his inevitable departure of the Big Brother house?
Yes, I can, Zach, and I can do it very quickly. You know why? Because I timed myself earlier because I was like, I got to get this done fast because I don't want to be talking about it. So, surely to goodness, everybody in chat has seen the episodes, but just in case you didn't, or maybe you've forgotten, like Nick, who seemingly did not watch anything except I know for a fact that he did. I get it though, Nick. I get it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give everybody a quick reminder, and let me get out my other computer. Just kidding. It's right here. I don't have to get it out. All right. You ready? Time me, chat. Let me see how long this takes. I'm just going to do Wednesday's episode and Thursday's episode, right?
Yes.
You got it. All right. Here's the deal, chat. The key things to remember from Wednesday's episode are that Camu was the head of household, gag, and the original nominees were Lyric, Mallory, and Latrice. Jason was like the side door target, and I'm using the word side door because it's accurate. Side door target. During the veto draw, Haley was selected to play Gross. Lala got house guest choice and chose Jason to compete. Then on the episode, there was like this whole segment where Jason made this deal with Camu, promising that if he won the veto, that he would do whatever it was that Camu wanted. And then the problem with that was he also made separate agreements with all of the nominees. Like, yeah, I'll take you off the block. I'll do whatever you say, because he was trying really hard to be able to play. And it worked. But Melody was like, and so then she went to Camu and exposed Jason's double dealings, which really wasn't even that big of a deal on the feeds, I don't think. But on the episode, that's what they used as kind of like the catalyst to push the narrative of Camu wants Jason out. This was the whole thing, right? It's not true. What really happened is Camu's a bigot. But anyway. So then they go to the Power of Veto competition, which was so ridiculous. It was called Pickle Pirouette at the Pickle Ball. What? So dumb. Hosted by Angela, the backyard was transformed into this bizarre pickle-themed ballroom complete with gargantuan gherkins. I really just like the alliteration of that. They were dressed in tuxedos because they were fancy, and all of the players had on little tutus in various colors. So this is how it worked. You spin for 1 minute on this absurdly giant phallic. This is the one competition of the year where they have to hold on to something phallic. It's a giant pickle, and you spin around, and then you have to run across the dance floor, and you have to pick up your pickleball paddle, which is shaped like a giant pickle, and they hurl balls at you, and you have to hit them, and they land in the scoring zone, right? And the highest score advances for each round. It was random draw. Mallory was the first one picked. She chose Lala to go against, and Lala did not score a single solitary point, and sadly probably did better than I could with 0 points. Anyway, they had four more rounds. In that last round 5, it was down to Mallory and Lyric. I also want to say that in round 4, Mallory beat Camu by 1 single solitary point. And guess what? Loved it. Anyway, Mallory and Lyric were the final 2 in the veto comp, and ultimately Lyric won the Power of Veto. And then they showed the stupid tea party. I hated every second of it. It did not go the way that Camu thought that it would go in the house, outside of the house. We all hated it. I don't really want to talk about it, though, because we talked about it last podcast, but just know it was gross and I hated it. Then another thing that we talked about last podcast that I wasn't even mad that they showed was all of the teapot shenanigans from Jason. Loved it. And we talked about it, but I really like to see the edited version of it. And I love that they included when he goes, Camu's in the DR, right? And then he went over there and was baking outside the door. I'm so glad that part made it. But the thing that made it that I hated when it happened, I hated it on the episode, and I hate that I'm about to say it right now, but if I have to remember it, so do you. It was when Camu was like, don't bang the pot around women's ears. What? He said it so many times. This is so stupid. Anyway, so that happened. And then to wrap up that episode, Lyric used the Power of Veto on herself. And as expected, Camu, he followed through with his plan and nominated Jason in her place. So on Thursday's episode, it started out with the same kind of segment that they do every week, all of the back and forth and the different scenarios. And if this person's on the block and if that person's on the block and how are we going to vote? And all of that happened. It happens every week. It's rather rinse and repeat. It's really not that big of a deal. The only thing I will say is that there was a push to flip the vote. That part of it is important. There was a push to flip the vote, and they were going to try to save Jason. They were going to evict Lala. But the problem was Taylor she did not want to do it. So the numbers weren't there. So it kind of nixed that. But Melody kept calling Taylor the determinator, as in she would be the determining vote. And I think that term is really funny and should be included in all future Big Brother lexicon. Like, please keep the determinator, because whoever that flip vote is, like the swing vote, that's the determinator. Just know in the future, that's what it's called. Anyway, so then they had the blockbuster competition. And I also want to note that if Julie does the demo and she's standing at your podium, pack your bags, you're going home. That's the way it's worked the first 3 weeks. And I don't expect it to be any different from here on out. Anyway, so the blockbuster competition was set up. It was kind of like, sort of like Jenga, but with videotapes. I don't really like, each person had their own tower and you had to take one tape at a time and put it in the return bin. And if your tower fell, then your point stopped right there. So of course, Lala's fell early. She only had 2 tapes in her return bin. And I was like, oh, Lala. But anyway, the other 2 people, they went the full 2 minutes, and Jason, it was tight. Jason had 7 videotapes in his return bin, and Mallory had 8, so she won. So they go inside, everybody's like, woohoo, yay, and they're hugging everybody. And then apparently Kamu tried to hug or touch or pat or something Jason, because he goes, don't touch me, Kamu. And I was like, yes, speak your truth, because we don't like him and we love Jason. So snaps. Anyway, so then what happened was, they had to plead their cases and be like, vote for me, no, vote for me, and I want to stay, but it didn't work because Jason went home on a vote of 12-0. And before I forget, I just want to say, actually, I want to brag for a second. Guess who got a shout out? Me and Nick and Zack, and it was lovely. I don't want to talk about it right now. I want to finish this. So anyway, and then Jason goes out to his exit interview, and Julie's like, guess what? You were in the top 3 for America's Vote every time. And he was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, sure. Yeah, great. We love to see it. Anyway, that happened. Excited that she told him that. And that's all of the episode. That was the end of it. So there you go.
Yes.
That was
beautiful,
Roxie. I love that.
I don't know. I hope everyone good applause for Roxie Hotman.
You all feel refreshed. Every single thing I said, you're like, yeah, I remember that. See?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So perfect. And throughout the episode, of course, I feel like the only thing that we really watched episodes for are the DRs pretty much. And I feel like a lot of it was pretty straightforward. Like I haven't been, at least for me, this whole past season, like I feel like all the DRs have been pretty on the nose exactly about how people are thinking, versus I feel like other seasons we've seen people be very delusional in the DR. I just feel like that's interesting, at least. I don't know. Then again, they're not showing any of Chuck's DRs, so I don't know.
Well, why do they need to? I mean,
exactly.
Do I ever really need to know what Chuck is thinking ever? What is going on?
You're going to the restroom? Okay.
Is that like your sign to tell us when you need to go to the bathroom? Like.
So Nick, I haven't heard.
Kids just came back from the store. That's what they bought.
A restroom. Okay.
Got it.
So Nick, going to you from the summary. How do you feel after Jason's eviction? I feel like it's just an entertainment piece lost.
I agree. So I obviously was a big fan of Jason's on Drag Race. I was very excited for him to be on this. I actually was like really, really excited for Jason to be on this because I loved him on All Stars and had a very strategic mind. So I was very much looking forward to being able to see that. Was very upset to see him go so early. I feel like I kind of wasn't expecting that. I mean, we all like talk about how Big Brother likes to, you know, maybe give competitions to maybe favor certain people. And the fact that they had a Drag Race person who was like gonna be an early out and they didn't give him a comp that I feel like really suited him. I don't know. It's interesting, but whatever. I honestly was expecting him to probably win the blockbuster. So the fact that he didn't, I guess I'm kind of like, wow, I guess a predictable week can happen on this show.
I was hoping for him to win, honestly. But then again, I didn't want Mallory to go either. So
that was my thing. I felt like my thing with Jason and winning, right, was I felt like he didn't really have anywhere to go. Like, you know, I feel like that's kind of, he was in such a hard spot which is why I kind of was like okay with him leaving. Not that I wanted him to leave, but I was just kind of like, well, Mallory, I feel like has like so much potential, so much game left in her. She has an alliance that she's in. Like I feel like Mallory is like in a way better spot compared to Jason. So I was willing to kind of like let Jason go just to kind of see Mallory kind of soar. And I'm glad she's not on the block this week. I was actually very happy for her when she won, just because I know that she was being really, really hard on herself last week about constantly being on the block, constantly having to fight to stay and everything. So I was really like proud of her for winning the blockbuster and overall just like happy for her. But I was very sad to see Jason go as well. I mean, his kettle, like, come on, the house has been so quiet since.
Exactly. No, there's Mallory who coined the phrase, which I love this. She's the block whore with a bunch of block virgins in the house. And I feel
I
like that's
love it.
just
Is
I
that
feel
part of
like
the Big Brother lexicon?
I feel like it has to be now.
The
No,
block
me.
whore?
The edit is not giving her due. She has been, especially this, I feel like she's been the most entertaining piece in the feeds this whole week in general. But I am sad about Jason, and even through all this, like I feel like his impact throughout the season is definitely going to be felt. I feel like, people have already been talking about like asking also, I do want to point out also with the blockbuster, it was whoever got theirs in the fastest amount of time, not whoever got the most or whatever. And and Mallory was the one who got 8 the fastest. Apparently, there was some discourse that people are like,
Oh, it was? I thought it was just at the end of 2 minutes whoever had the most, because there were way more than 8.
yeah. So there was whoever gets the highest amount in the fastest time. So Mallory got the highest amount, but even if Jason got his 8th one in,
Yeah.
Mallory would have
She was
gotten it.
faster.
Yeah, because
so-
Mallory was going to get her 9th, like right then
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
Mallory was like clear winner. in my
right. B
opinion,
Bean
too.
says both most and fastest. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and I also do want to point out, like, even in Big Brother 26, like, during the preseason, she was, Selena S. Titties was the first drag queen in the Big Brother house, and she is also
yeah.
the first drag person in general to play Big Brother. So I want to, or Big Brother US at least, and I want to give her flowers there too. Roxie, did you have someone?
Yeah. How did you know? The finger on the nose? It's
Yeah.
my ADHD to remember. I just wanted to say earlier, Bean asked what I was eating. It's a snow cone.
Oh.
Just saying. Not even relevant to this, but it's a snow cone. But
Okay.
it's so far up there that I want to answer it in chat now. I want to say it out
Mhm.
loud. It's a
Thank
snow
you.
cone.
Thank you, Joseph. I was just going to bring up Courtney Act winning Big Brother UK, who was an amazing, iconic drag queen. But
Yes, Big Brother US still needs to catch up to a lot of things, like not casting
yeah.
only one gay person on a season. We still need to catch up to that.
Let's start with that.
But I also want to talk about like Jason's exit press, which I feel like I don't have it here, but I feel like all of us have seen. Obviously, I feel like the biggest things was he called out the red corner, and he pretty much gave his props to everyone, even the icons and Angela, for instance. And something about Barrett too. He said they're gonna be best friends after this, which I want to give flowers to, because Barrett's getting a lot of hate from people. It's hard to keep quiet about it, but it's nice to know at least even Big Brother contestants who are leaving the house still have a good impression of people, because I feel like even though they're like, but they didn't see this, but they didn't see that, and all this stuff, and it's like, well, you still got to take into account like a lot of the things that the relationships that were built in there, in a sense. And it just sucks, because it shows that Jason was really really wanted to play this game, and I feel like it was so short-lived.
I agree with that. I think that, Jason, there was so much potential there. Like I was saying, when we saw him on All Stars in Drag Race, and I know Drag Race isn't really like a strategy thing, but All Stars is, and Jason was definitely making it more of a game than like a judging competition type show. And so like Jason definitely has the potential. But yeah, I was happy with his exit press too. I loved his his tweets about realizing that Kamu's last name was Kirk. I thought that was really, really funny.
I saw that. That was really funny to me.
But
What are
yeah,
the odds?
right? What are the odds? But no, I think that Jason was definitely robbed. Oh yeah, and I was happy about like his comments about Barrett too, just because I agree, Zach. Like everyone, I don't want to talk about all of the Barrett haters, but there's
I don't even
so
care.
friggin' many of them. I know I don't care about it either.
Like,
But
it
I
doesn't
was
bother
just
me at
like,
all.
no, I was just happy to see that like Jason, who everyone's like, oh my god, Jason should be so offended by him, and he was like, no, I
For
love Barrett and I
what?
want him to win. So
I
it just
mean,
is so funny to me because everyone's so parasocial online, and it's like
and
really
well, yeah, they
crazy to
are.
me. Like
Listen,
you're not these people's friends.
from
I
the
don't know.
very beginning, it was clear to me that people didn't really understand or know who he was when they were calling him performative, because there were pride flags in the window behind him in his opening. And I was like, well, first of all, it was recorded in June, Pride Month. And second of all, it was recorded in Austin. Third of all, I'm sorry, what? It's like, you don't know Barrett at all. Like, tons of his friends are in, what Jason call it, the alphabet mafia. Is that what he called it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of his friends are in that. Yeah, really performative. Like, obviously you don't know him. So I knew right then, I was like, yeah, I don't really care what anybody online says, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you can think what you want. It doesn't really affect my
and like
opinion.
that's the thing,
care.
everyone has their own opinion. We literally sit here and talk about our opinions for 3 hours a week. So I don't really care. People can have their own opinions on him, but that doesn't bother me. I was just saying I find it very satisfying to see that Jason was very like, go Barrett on his way out. Like,
No, yeah. I feel like that's the biggest thing too, and especially like with other people too, like even Drew and even the icons, like even he gave, well, besides Devon's, I did like whatever he said. Oh, that off-brand Adam Sandler or whatever. I did enjoy that part, but yeah. So
I mean, whatever. Like,
yeah,
like Jameson in chat said, like being frustrated with Barrett like over gameplay is one thing, and I get it. Like, I'm at home going, what? No, what? Stop. No, do this, do that. But sadly, he's not listening to me. But so I get that. But personal, get out of here with that mess. You're so dumb.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well,
so dumb.
After the week from or the Kirk week from hell, we
found ourselves in an even worse one.
Yeah.
We did. We said, could it get any worse? And they said,
and
yeah.
The BB God said, yes, it can.
So
it said, hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah.
So shifting to that, Nick, do you want to take over from where we left off right after the eviction episode?
Sure.
Go into the feeds?
So the feeds come back with Miss Haley as an HOH, which was not what I was expecting or happy with or any of that nature. It was the Jack the Ripper type competition. And I know that Roxie is going to do the actual specific Sunday episode, but love that competition.
Her Roxie, the costume department, the theming.
So
I loved it.
Good. And like they did it last year too. And I know that it came down to, I remember this specific comp because it came down to Rachel and Morgan. I remember just being like at the edge of my seat watching that one because Morgan was after Rachel at that point. But I was happy that they brought it back because I wasn't expecting them to. alas, though, we got a Haley HOH, which is
The
awful.
worst part of it.
The
I would have
worst.
rather Jack the Ripper been HOH than Haley.
Well, I saw
You
something
know
that was
what?
like,
Honestly, same.
well, I saw something that was like, it's no fair. Haley was alive when Jack Ripper was.
What? She's 25,
No,
and you
she's
know
not.
it.
No,
Or
she's
wait,
not.
29, whatever she said she is.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yes.
I really, really liked the comp though. Like
Me
like fun
too.
fact. I am very, very good at the game of Clue, the childhood board game Clue. Very, very good at it. So good, in fact, that I had never in my entire life lost a game of Clue. And I
Wow, I'm impressed.
mistakenly, I taught my daughter that like we were playing it, and of course, I mean, it was so easy to beat her because like I don't really even have to take notes, and like I'm good at it. I taught her the strategy of it. She beat me 3 times in a row. She
Wow.
definitely surpassed the teacher, and then I was like, "Why did I teach her? I had a streak going for my whole life." And now I'm like, she's like, "Do you want to play?" And I'm like, "Not really, because I
You
think you're gonna beat me."
ruined it.
Love that. Well,
You're kidding. Is that a microphone? What is that?
Barrett is podcasting with us right now.
Oh
good
my God,
grief.
I hate it. I can't. Anyways, so the feeds come back and we see that we have the worst outcome of all time as the HOH. And she is dead set on her nominations being Melody, Drew, and Taylor. And the reasons that we obviously all know at this point that she wants Drew out of the game because they all think that Drew is this like traitor and whatever the hell, all of this crap. So she wants to target Drew, but she's not going to tell Drew. So she's going to tell Drew that he's the pawn. And because they're an 8-person alliance, and that eventually like one of them has to go up. And she also doesn't want to nominate 3 women, which Haley, we know you do, so you don't have to do all that.
Right. Like talk about performative. Who are you trying to fool?
Right.
Well, and did you hear?
Yeah.
Like whenever she talked to Barrett, she's like, she was like, yeah,
that was a weird
don't want it to
conversation.
be, yeah, I don't want it to be, 3 women. I don't want to just keep evicting women. And Barrett was like, the last 2 evictions have been men.
He clocked her so good.
Honestly.
And then like that whole conversation was so weird because that was when she was saying too to him like, oh, like, one of us has to go up. It like disguises the alliance. And Barrett's like, there's 8 of us. Like, why would we need to nominate one of our own? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So, and then he like left the room and Haley was like, that was a weird conversation. Yeah, because you were making it weird.
Yeah, you made it weird because you're weird and unlikable and apparently unbearable, I've heard.
I mean,
not a girl's girl.
Not at all.
She's not anyone's girl. She's a Haley's girl. And I don't like that.
Yeah, no, she sucks. But her other 2 nominations are Melody, because she hears that Melody is the one that's talking all that crap about her. And, I feel like Haley is so catty, and like that's what we see a lot this week is just how like catty she is.
But not the good kind. Like sometimes catty, it's like, oh, well, it's funny.
Melody's the good kind.
Yes.
Melody is the good kind of catty where it's like, well, kind of like, remember like Brittany Haynes in 12 and she would be like, oh, why is she wearing those pants? They're way too high-waisted. Like stuff like that. Funny.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah.
Haley is the kind of catty where I want to punch her in the face 12 times.
Yeah. I didn't even mention
It's
this
not
when she I forgot to totally mention. You just reminded me when she opens up her HOH room and she pretends to read her letter and she's like, just what I thought. Everyone's been talking crap about me. Like, if you've been doing that, you're not getting any of my snacks. Girl, ain't nobody want your granola bars. Like, go away.
And then got mad because Taylor didn't want stuff. They got not even mad, totally offended because Taylor didn't want to eat your snacks. You just said people couldn't eat them. Like, make up your mind.
Nobody wants that. So
Get out of here with that.
Right. Really she's about to put Taylor on the block too. So, which, she hears that from Drew that Taylor was crying and it was because she lost, but Haley interpreted it as, she's crying because I won HOH because the world revolves around Haley, apparently.
Exactly. I tell people all the time, people mostly children, look, you might be the center of your parents' universe, but you are not the center of the universe. Know the difference. And that's, she's an overgrown toddler. She is the center of some people's universe, but that doesn't make you the center of the universe. So figure it out.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Yeah, no, not a fan at all. So they end up with those 3 nominees, Haley ends up with those 3 nominees, and the whole plan is to blindside Drew, not let him know that he's the actual target, but he is the target. There was some discussion of Barrett going up to instead of Drew initially at first too. But I felt like Barrett did a good job of his own one-on-one conversations with Haley to kind of get that out of there. Dee also kind of went to bat for him too.
And for anybody saying Barrett's not putting in work, I want you all to know that he spent an inordinate amount of time talking one-on-one with her. And hear me when I say this. He rubbed her arm while he talked to her. Do you know the strength that must have taken from that man to rub her arm in a caressing, caring way and and not just retch immediately?
Well,
this is work, people. This is work.
Oh my
god! I think rubbing her arm was the least, or the lesser of what he did. He also cuddled with her on his bed. So
yes, and you and didn't just vomit everywhere. He didn't even spray disinfectant when she got up, which I think was a mistake. But you're gonna get her germs.
Yeah.
And I think
no, he can. I'm pretty sure we can all see it on his face whenever he's talking with people. Whenever he's talking with Haley, Chuck, and Kamu, he just hates his life. I can just tell by the look on his face.
He's not enjoying it. It's true.
He's he's
yeah.
I have to do this. That's the only I have to, just to make sure I'm good. I'm not doing this because I want to.
As someone who knows Barrett,
oh darn!
What, Roxie?
Sorry, BB. No, okay. BB just said Haley just canceled my invitation to Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm clearly distraught. Whatever will I do?
Okay. I don't think any of us wanted that anyways. Yeah, no. As I can tell totally when you look in Barrett's eyes, I'm he is not enjoying these people.
Yeah. His dead vacant stare.
Yeah. But the big topic of discussion was the BB time capsule.
Oh, yes.
And how everyone and their mother thought that Drew came out of the DR with the coin flip and how he was going to flip the coin. And everyone was losing their minds about this on Twitter. There was actual update pages being Drew has the coin flip and he's going to change the nominations to Haley, Chuck, and Kamu. All this crap. And I was just but but where's the confirmation? Like, I was so confused about all of it. I know,
It's
like, a
because
lot of us were staying up late watching it. I know Zach was texting us at like 3
I
a.m.
yeah,
being like,
I
oh my
watched.
God. I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, there's no way that, like, I don't know. I don't know if I
You
fully
didn't buy
believed it.
into the Drewlusion.
I feel like
Were you not Drew-looted?
I don't think I was. I like
Boo.
wanted to believe it, but at the same time, I was like, there's no way that Drew got it over D. Like, let's be real. Like,
I
Look,
think
I just wanted it to be true.
me too, but I was trying to be realistic.
I don't know. I guess
That
my
sounds so
thing.
not fun, though.
And I was,
Realistic?
But has
I'm
this
looking
show
at,
been fun yet?
well, I'm
No,
looking
not
at like
particularly.
I'm
Not
thinking
really.
about like Big Brother Twitter and casuals, and like I don't think the Big Brother casuals overlap with Survivor casuals. Maybe they do. I don't know, but I feel like this Survivor casuals are just a different thing on their own. And I guess I was more so looking at Twitter, and people were like hyping up Drew so much, like not just the fan page, but other people too. And I
Well,
was
he
just like, you
kept
know what?
saying stuff.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I
he's
want to
like,
get to that.
"Where's my magic coin? Give me my magic coin." And then
Yeah.
everybody was like, "What?"
Well, it's like I forgot what it is, but or what movie. Maybe it was
so
like
funny.
maybe it's like that movie.
I knew it.
Well, it's like 27 or whatever. Well, that movie with Jim Carrey where he's obsessed with the number and he sees the number everywhere. Like no one knows that movie.
Nope.
Okay.
No
I think it was
idea.
27. Anyway,
Sure.
where
I'm seeing
you
27 dresses. Was it that?
no. But it's where you get fixated. There's a word that you get fixated on, and then all of a sudden you hear that word every single day when
Well,
you never noticed it
yeah.
before.
It's kind of like when you're shopping for a new car, and
23,
then all
that's
of
what
a
it is.
sudden
23.
you
Thank you,
see that
Kat.
car everywhere.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
I
thank you.
I get what
Thank
you're
you, Kat.
saying. But
Yeah, it's a phenomenon that happens. It's just because
actually,
you
no.
like you're just not paying attention to it. It's always been there. You just weren't paying attention.
Well, it also
Yeah.
didn't help. It didn't help Drew's case where he was saying to Devon's and D. I don't know if D was in there, but whenever he was saying, "Oh, I just want you to know, I want to make a big move. It's not going to make.
It's not going to make sense at first.
Yeah, but
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
going to
when
happen.
the
Well,
delusion then turned into, okay, so he has the coin, but he's not going to use it this week because that would be silly. What?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah,
gonna just win the blockbuster or the veto or whatever they were thinking at that time. Like he's gonna win his way. He's gonna comp his way off of the block, and he's gonna save that, and then he's gonna win HOH, and then he's gonna take over his own HOH. That way, he can keep secret that it was him doing his own HOH. And I was like, even I don't think I can buy into this. Like,
yeah, no.
I was like, where's the little lever to pull? I have to get off the train. It's been fun, but I need to go now because we have crossed a line that I don't think I can go with you. Like, this is.
Well, I feel like all of this hysteria and all this madness that has gone on online and everyone just adding Drew and just being like Drew's the worst player of all time all leads into finally I feel like this was the most anticipation that was built up for a Sunday episode, at least this week, was okay, we're going to find out who the Big Brother time capsule person is. But I want to throw it back to Roxie. Do you have the recap for Sunday's episode?
Well, yeah, but I feel like we just talked about all of it.
Oh,
but I'll tell you what I have.
Yeah, just tell me what you have. Shoot.
Well, I recapped it in a way where like I didn't really talk about like a whole bunch of it. I'll tell you what I have. Hold on and let me shut these people up. Hey, shut up. Teenagers, am I right? Okay, so The HOH competition was a memory challenge. Before the game began, the house guests had time to study the 6 different rooms. You had candy shop, barber shop, kitchen, study, nursery, and clothing boutique. During each round, the host, Camu, whatever his name is, because he's the outgoing HOH. He read a cryptic clue from a newspaper hinting at where Jack the Ripper would strike next. The players then had to quickly hide in a room that did not contain the item described in the clue. In other words, they had to avoid the location of the item. So choose correctly, and you would advance to the next round. Choose wrong, and you're dead. I mean, eliminated. Anyway, so here's like the clues were actually pretty simple, and like they had to choose the room that they were going to go to before they entered the room, right? They had to go in and memorize the rooms.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
what, like, last year, whenever we were covering it, we were wondering because it was like, well, can you change? Because they didn't show the DRs or anything like that where they were going.
No, it was just like you had to
Yeah.
make you went in, for the 6 minutes beforehand, you study all of the rooms. And then when they give the clue, right, you make your choice right then. And then just for the editing purposes, they make you go and like actually hide in whatever the room is. Like you've already made your choice. But I did wonder if when you go and you hide in your room, you think they're like looking around in there while they're in there. And like you have to pass the candy shop on the way to the boutique or whatever, and like you think they're like glancing in there and just getting some last minute studying as they walk by, because I would be, but I don't know.
I would think they probably have it set up to where well, I'm wondering how they would set up, because I feel like regardless they would have to pass by a room.
Yeah, it's like a big
Yeah.
dollhouse. Like,
well, I'm
it's
sure
a
it's
Barbie
like
dream house, but for Jack the Ripper. It's Jack's dream house. It's Jack the Ripper's murder house from 1888. Anyway, so they give them the clues, the magnifying glass, Devon's Mallory. They went to the clothing boutique. They said, surely no magnifying glasses in there. Angela and Lala went to the nursery because why would you need one? But guess what? They definitely had them in there. I don't know why, but they were eliminated. So then the next round was a clock, and Dee and Drew went to the candy shop. Melody went to the clothing boutique, and guess what? All dead. Then a ring of keys, and I remember Chuck goes, well, surely there's no ring of keys in a candy shop. And guess what, Chuck? You were wrong because you're dead. And so then they did like the thing where it cut to like Barrett being like, yeah, well, I remember seeing Cliff and I saw Victoria. And then it shows you those pictures. Good job on the editing, by the way. And guess what? He was wrong. So was Taylor, and so was Lyric, because they all went in the nursery. And guess what? There were pictures in there of human faces. I think that was a weird way to phrase that.
Me too.
Human faces.
And yeah, there was literally like a picture, like literally right in front of their face too. Like it was literally like eye level with two people right there. And I was like, are they blind?
I mean, I feel like it also makes sense that there would be pictures in a nursery, but whatever. Anyway, that just left Yash and Haley, Foghorn Leg Tat herself, left in the game. And the clue was umbrella. And guess what? Yash went to the barber shop and he was wrong. Rained on his parade and everything. Like he was dead. They killed him. So then we were stuck with Haley for HOH. Also, I do want to say, so on the episode, I was glad. I feel like it should have been more, but I was glad that they showed what a mean girl that Haley is. Like a whole thing where they did the whole thing. Like, well, I heard that Melody was talking about me, and then it's like Melody and the DR, and she was like, yeah, I was, because you're mean, love that, because it's true. Like Haley has the worst HOH-itis, like the worst case.
Yes.
Not only is it the worst case of HOH-itis, like it was immediate. Like it came on quick. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even think a hospital can save her. And I hope they don't, because I don't like her. Where's Jack the Ripper when you need him? But I digress.
Oh my God.
There was also a segment like where they were talking about, I mean, it was just pushing the narrative of Drew has to go. And there's really no reason, because a lot of the reasons that they were given is like, yeah, well, we're really upset that Drew and also Barrett are playing the middle. And I'm like, oh, the position that you told them to play, the position that you wanted, the reason you have the intel that you have, you're mad that he did what you asked of him and was loyal to you? Okay, that makes sense. But whatever, that's the edit. So be mad. And then of course we had the D getting the prize, where she went in and sat in the chair, did the whole thing, thanked America for the vote, and then won. It wasn't the worst power that you could win, but it was the next worst one, I think, because she didn't win the slot pass, which is the dumbest power that you. If I went in and won the slot pass,
I'd rather not win anything.
I would rather
heard-
wear the detective suit for 2 weeks than have that. I would rather wear the detective suit for the rest of the game than a slot pass. That's an insult. That is an insult.
I agree.
Also, I'm not being truthful because I don't want to wear the detective costume, but I'm just saying that's a terrible, terrible prize. But T got the next worst one, in my opinion, which was the $5,000 bribe. And I'm like, you don't even get. I mean, I guess whatever, you can use it, but it's lame. Like, to me, but the thing is that she did not tell Devins. He told her, and she didn't tell him. That wasn't on the episode, but anyway, like, she's got to be thinking he won a power that basically makes him God, and I could be like, hey, if you do me a favor, I can give you $5,000. Yes. Oh, I like that idea. Offer it to Haley to shut up. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, at the end of the episode, after a bunch of back and forth that was unnecessary, they showed a bunch of private conversations. But at the end of the day, Haley put up Drew and Lyric and Melody, and her target is Drew at the end of the episode. That's the gist of the Sunday episode.
Yeah, which I feel like $5,000. Like last year it was 10, and last year it was also different too, because it was like to get Zack off of the block. But this one is more like what Corey got in Big Brother 18, which I think it was actually $5,000 too.
It's just a stupid power. There's so many other powers that you could have given. I mean, I'll be honest, I would have rather seen more than one diamond power of veto in the game. We've never done that before. How interesting would that be?
No.
But then what if D got it?
Yeah, well, I would.
Right. I don't want D and Devins to both have diamond power vetoes.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I would like to see them both played, but I would like for somebody, you know what I wish? I wish that if you won a power, that somebody on the opposite side of the house had to get the same thing, but you wouldn't know it. You know what I mean? Like, what if you won the diamond power veto and they're like, no, now you have to give one to somebody on the opposite side of the house, but you would think you're the only one with it. That would be really funny to me.
You're kind of you're kind of half describing the Billie Eilish boomerang idol.
Oh yeah.
So
God, I don't like that. Let's not go into that territory.
But my thing
you know what I think we need to do? Because two things. Since we've already gone through all of the episodes and talked a little bit about some of the feeds in the preceding days, or not preceding, post. What post seating? Just kidding. That's not the word.
The days that followed.
Yeah, perfect. Love that. I want to talk about A, our shout out, and B, I want to take questions from chat and answer some of those before we move on. But I want to talk about our shout out too, because guess what? Barrett said my name. Barrett said my name on national TV. It was me.
Roxie, Nick, Zack, this is really hard. Tears up, folks down. Bye.
And I also want to say that little last part really was an acknowledgement to Leighton, because Leighton asked him to say that. The hopes down and fears up, which I think Zack came up with. Keeping your hopes down was Leighton. And she asked Barrett if he would say that in the house. And he said, he was like, yeah, Leighton, I'll find a way to say it, and just know it's for you. And then he said it. And I didn't realize first, because I was in the car with the kids. And I was trying to watch it on my phone, so I heard, like, my name, and then, of course, my phone went, like, blew up right in my hands, and so I didn't hear it all the way until hours later when I replayed it, and I was like, "Oh, he said the thing," and I was like, "Leighton, he said the thing for you. He said it." So, anyway, very exciting.
Yeah, it was. I was not expecting it. Well, yes, I was, but also
I
not
did.
like.
Are you kidding?
Well, listen. Barrett is
No, I knew he
not.
was saying it that night. I knew he was.
I had like a weird feeling in my head
Mhm.
too. Like it was weird, you know? I was like, I don't know. Because I was even talking to Brett, who's like running his Instagram, and Brett was like, I don't know. I feel like tonight is something. And I was like,
Mhm.
we'll see.
Well, he had talked about, like, earlier that day on the feeds, he had talked about his friends at home.
Yes, when he was oh my god, wait, yes. I feel like we have to talk about that too. So when he
Okay.
was crying, there's actually I have a lot of thoughts that we didn't even talk about a lot of things. But when he was crying on the bed and Dee was consoling him, and he was like, my friends at home are probably thinking like, what the hell are you doing, and this, that, whatever. And Dee like looks at the camera and she goes, all of Barrett's friends, fuck off. Like watching it like live, as she said, it was very weird. But I was thinking, what are we fucking doing, Barrett? Because I don't want to get into the whole house flip of it right this second, because I feel like that's a big discussion that we have to have too. But I feel like he definitely should not have been thinking about evicting Mallory at fucking all. But you're right, Barrett. I was thinking, what the hell are you doing? So you're right, Roxy. It was really funny because like that happened. And then like afterwards, like we got the shout out and I was like, he was thinking about us and he was like, they're probably roasting me on the podcast right now.
Yeah. I can guarantee you he's probably thinking, because he knows that I'm not going to hold back. He knows that if I think that you just did something really stupid, I'm going to be like, Barrett, what? I yell at the TV quite a bit these days, but
so do I. I was yelling at the TV when he was telling Drew, like, don't pick me for veto. I was like,
I know,
what are you doing?
Like,
it was crazy.
Why would you say that?
So Barrett's been on my fucking nerves this week too, guys. Don't be sending me no hate, but he's definitely.
I mean, nobody has Barrett's back more than us, but we're allowed to go, Barrett, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
And I think that a lot of things are being blamed on him that like shouldn't be. Like Taylor was not going to vote out Lala. So like that vote flip was not happening. And I feel like everyone has like all the pitchforks out for Barrett and Drew. And I feel like they can't pull another vote out of their ass. Like, you know,
earlier in chat, somebody said, well, they still had the votes without Taylor. They might have. I don't think that they were really and truly going to, though. They might have. But the thing is, we have information that they don't have. So he doesn't know that. He can only base it on what he's told.
I also want to point out, like, Taylor was not going to flip on Kamu and Devins, because Kamu and Devins made sure that she wasn't, because they made an alliance with her. That isn't really anything to solidify her vote.
Right.
So something else on top of that Baird and them don't know, but obviously.
Yeah.
And I also want to point out the fact that he hasn't won anything. He has not won a single thing. And as much as everyone wants to say like, oh, this game isn't about it is. There's not much you can do if you're not in power. Like, I don't know how many times I don't know how thick your head has to be to realize that if you're not HOH, then you're not going to be able to name the noms. Like,
Yeah.
have a power, you're not going to be able to do anything. So the only thing that you have is your social abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that like it's tough, right? Because you can play the game without winning things, but when the same group of people is winning everything, it makes it really hard to flip. Because if Barrett flips last week, he's on the block with Drew and Melody this week. Like 1,000,000% he's on the block this week.
Wait, Haley nominated Drew, Melody, and Taylor first.
Yes, but I think
Lyric's the renom.
Yeah. I think Barrett is on there instead of Taylor if the house flips and Haley wins HOH. Like, I mean, come on. So like I think it's about timing. I really do. I feel like you flip when you feel like it's right. You can't flip and then like all of the people that have been in power keep winning things. He doesn't even know that like they have diamond powers of vetoes and bribes and all this crap. It's like,
but I think he has
an idea that they have things. Absolutely. And so that's where I'm like, I don't see why he's going to flip now. I think he will eventually.
We all want him to.
Yeah, I want him
to. But wanting him to,
well, there's no
it's based on what we know.
Well, that is not even what we know or what we think. He has literally said on the feuds multiple times who he is going to put up if he wins HOH. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, Unconscious Zone. Right. I saw your comment earlier. Yes, this is Barrett's channel.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, and like that's the thing. He's had so many good diary rooms throughout all of last week and Sunday's episode of like, I can't stand these people. I know I'm at the bottom, this, that, whatever. And I know that
he's no longer wearing the merch.
Yeah, he's not wearing the merch, like, you know, and I think we're going to get into the whole discussion of this week, obviously, in a little bit. But like, I think he can't do much right now. Like, I don't know what people are like expecting him to like move mountains and all of this stuff. Like, I saw some like TikTok of someone going off being like, he needs to be playing like a super fan. What the fuck does that mean? Like flipping houses randomly and just like,
because I don't think that
blowing
is
up his
like
own
a super
game.
Fan.
I know. I don't think that that's playing like a super fan at all either. I
think that's playing like
a preacher,
somebody who hasn't like you know, hasn't really watched much of it. And it is entertaining, and I do like all of those things. But I think biding your time is not necessarily bad. I mean, we are watching it and going, Barrett, no, don't do that. Barrett, do this. Like, what are you doing? But the thing is that we're basing it on knowledge that we have that he doesn't. And I say that every year about various people. It's like, yeah, like that's a stupid move, or yeah, they should do that move instead. But they don't have the information that we have to know to do that. And it's aggravating and frustrating. And it's like, I know though that he has an inkling, just like, you know, some other players do too. Like, it's like, they know where they stand, but how do you want them to do something about it with the cards that they have right now? Like, you can't win if you don't have a winning hand at that moment. Like, you don't have the right cards. Shuffle the deck, get new ones. You know, like it is what it is. But
yeah, I feel like it's, like I said, it's about timing. Like, it's about when to strike, you know. I think that this week, you know, we've seen a lot of talks of like people potentially wanting to flip or whatever to save Drew, which, you know, we're going to get into all of this week when we get to it. But I just, in regards to last week, I just feel like he's definitely had so much like hate thrown his way. And I just feel like it's very unwarranted. You know, critique his game all you want, but like the comments I've been reading are like straight up disgusting. And
I mean, some of like there's some validity to some
yeah,
things that
talk about some
I
of it.
don't have a problem with that.
Me either. I don't think you should have voted out Mallory either. Like, you know, I'm saying that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that was dumb. But do I think that like he is the most useless house guest of all time and that he should be compared to Daniel Durston? Absolutely not. Like that's
Ew,
crazy.
gross.
That is
Vomit.
insane. Like
Also, not only
Yeah.
that, if we're looking at Daniel Durston, literally wasted an HOH. He had power to do something. Like, come
yeah.
on now. It's just so annoying too. Like these, I feel like there's been an influx of fans who don't understand the game or anything like that, and people who like are like wanting entertainment and all this stuff. But the thing about this is like it sucks, but entertaining people usually do not win the game. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
I
some
mean,
of the
come
best
on.
players have been, maybe, I think some of the best players to play the game have not been as entertaining. Like I can name 2 players who were entertaining. Like Will was entertaining and won. But and then Dick wasn't necessarily entertaining, but his story was captivating in a different way where you wanted to watch and see. Like he did a lot of things that weren't boring, but maybe not likable, and he won. But most of the time, like your really, really good players, you're not going to see them like doing like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like Danielle Reyes is one of the best players to ever play. And I mean, her best moments were in the diary room. Her most entertaining moments were in the DR, not in the house. Like that's just the way it is.
I just like don't get what people like want. Like, you know what I mean? Like I get people like they want Jason to stay. And I feel like they're mad at Barrett because he didn't do that. But like what is Barrett supposed to do? Like,
yeah,
you know,
Barrett's only one vote. Like,
yeah, he's
it
one
wasn't
person. With
like,
the same with only the knowledge, like Roxy's saying too, he only has the knowledge in front of him. He doesn't know that like Z and Angela and all them are talking all of that crap behind his back. He doesn't know about that. He doesn't know about all of that stuff. Like he doesn't have any of that knowledge.
I think he's paranoid about it. Like,
yeah.
Like, so like earlier, somebody in chat, and I'm not sure now who it was saying like, do you think that like, why didn't Barrett tell Drew that he's in trouble?
Yes.
Well, okay, here's how I'm going to answer that. First, I don't know, but I can guess. Like he sort of kind of has hinted at it. Like Drew was like, well, they said, you know, that I was the pawn or whatever. And Barrett was like, if your own alliance is putting you on the block, you're not a pawn.
Yeah,
like you're not a pawn. You're in trouble.
Also, I want to point out too, if your own person who made a final 2 with you, if you ask them if they're going to use the veto on you and they say that they're not because they don't want to upset the HOH, it's clear that there's another reason why you're on the block.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I feel
like
like that's
saying it without saying it.
And so I feel like he is saying it without saying it because he's fully aware, as he said in the diary rooms and in chats that we have seen, which we're not seeing very many anymore, but I think he's still doing them, but they're not showing them to answer another question from chat. I think he and Drew play similar games, even though Drew is louder in his game, right? Mm-hmm. It's still a similar game. They're in similar positions, and he sees what is happening to Drew. Why is he going to stick his neck out any more than that?
Right.
Whenever it's not going to save him, that will put you in a worse position. In my opinion, I think that's what he's doing, is trying to tell him without saying it out loud.
Well, also Mallory told him blatantly too. So, and if he's not believing that, then
right.
I think he absolutely believes it and knows it, but there's not much he can do about it other than, I mean, you have to protect yourself above everybody else, and not like, if he were to make a bunch of waves, Look what's already happened in the house when you make waves and you're vocal. What happens? You
Absolutely.
go
I
home.
think that is exactly what I was saying earlier to I believe it was Keanu. Shout out Keanu, but I'm very active in Keanu's Twitch chat, and I was saying congratulations to him because he's having a baby girl. And
Love that.
yes, and someone was asking like what do his podcast friends think about Barrett's game. And I was saying that I think that he's looking at Drew as like an example of like, this is
Mm-hmm.
what happens when you try to go against them. And they're gonna make Drew an example. And they're basically saying, like, if you do this, Barrett, like this is gonna be you next. And so I feel like that's how he's perceiving it right now. And so if Barrett goes and tells Drew, you're the target, and Drew starts freaking out and running around and doing all these things, Drew, where'd you hear
Mm-hmm.
that from? Oh, Barrett. Well, we need a replacement nominee. So you know what? Like,
Right.
it's like, and like I feel like he was waiting until after the veto results to do anything, but he's still like doubling down on it. And I think it's because again, like what the votes aren't there. Like the way I see it, at least, and you know, we'll talk about how the vote might flip this week, but I don't think the girls are going to vote each other out, and so the majority alliance is also going to vote for him. And so like Mallory was saying to Drew, like you don't have the votes. And I
And
feel like Barrett also
earlier,
sees that,
Drew,
and it's
or
like,
not Drew, Dee was trying earlier,
yeah,
but Devins is just like, no.
yeah,
I don't
and
know what
Angela
his.
too, like
Well,
both
but
of
look,
them.
Angela's infected the entire house with her Angela. Eh, Girl, she's contagious.
She is.
But um so
Um,
wait, can we look through chat? First of all, I really can't go through every single name on here. But hi. Hi chat. There's a bunch of you. A
There
bunch of you
is.
have been in and out. Joseph, Amy, Jameson, B Bean, Aura, Shy Boy,
Elena,
MK Weave, like a bunch of people.
Aura, a lot of our girls
Mm-hmm.
are here.
H2O
Mary,
Olympian.
Nick Firmstone.
Nick was in here. Look, Nick was in this chat like 3 hours before, 4 hours before. So was Colton. And I said, I see the true fans have shown up. The true fans were here.
Colleen,
Yeah, Colton was too. And
Valerie,
Amanda's in
Bad Girls
chat.
Club. There's so many. We wanted to acknowledge the chat a lot today. I feel
Yeah,
like ever
I want to answer some
since,
questions.
yeah, we definitely are going to talk to you guys more. I'm sorry, like we were discussing this off. Zach, you're muted.
few questions,
What?
but they really don't apply until after we discuss the feeds up to this point.
Wait, what? Oh,
Okay.
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna answer questions, guys. We were saying offline that like we wanted to really acknowledge you guys a lot today because it's been such an influx in chatters and viewers and everything since Barrett's been on the show. So it's been a little more hard on us to kind of keep track of everything. But thank you all. And that's why we wanted to specifically say thank you to people. But we're here, we're reading things. Sorry if we don't acknowledge things right off the bat. Same thing with my Twitch chat. Tolis, thank you for the gift sub to AJ. I did see that earlier, like literally almost an hour ago. But yeah, we see you. Thank you. But yeah,
Okay.
wanted to say
So
that.
we want to go through
Yeah.
all
So-
of the
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up like so after the nominees and everything like that, basically all of Saturday was pretty much leading up to POV. Obviously, POVs are done on Saturdays, and we also find out through this D straight up tells Devins that she does not have the power to him, which we already talked about, which I really enjoy. Melody's also talking a bunch of crap about Haley, which is very funny. And during that day as well, we also see that Devins starts to tell Barrett about why Drew is the target, which is just because he's sketchy, nothing really specific. But yeah. And then we come to find out that the POV draw, which is going to be Chuck and Mallory, that are going to be joining the people. And then people start to think that Mallory has the power.
Oh
That's
my
what
god, yes.
that's what all of the red corner thinks. I say red corner and Angela, because
Red
uh,
Angela.
yeah, and fees go down for the POV, and it is Taylor that comes back as the winner. And come to find out, it's the Poison Cup comp, which uh, you know, it makes sense because the past 5 winners haven't come back to host a comp. So Morgan is coming back to host that comp.
Mother. More
If
God,
if no one
actually.
if no one got the reference. Did you get it, Nick?
Did you get
Are
it,
you
Nick? You get
are you
it? Did you
throwing
get
are
it,
you
Nick?
throwing
Did you get
are you
it?
throwing shade, or like what are you doing?
Nick, did you get it?
Ashley's tweet where it's like, well, that makes sense because
Oh,
the
she
five
did say that.
Oh, so did you get it though? Did you
I
get
did
it?
get it. I did
Oh,
get
okay.
it.
Just
Thanks,
checking.
Oh, okay.
Roxie. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
And then once the fees come back, Haley is drinking heavily and arguing with about
Drinking heavily.
That is such funny way. She literally was. She had like wine bottle to mouth. Like she was
and
getting
she was
lit.
arguing with Kamu about the lyric renom, which she was pretty dead set on. Also, Kamu and Chuck were really fighting tooth and nail for lyric, which is weird that it's flipped all of a sudden, very crazily.
Well, that you know why? Because Lyric's been
Well,
doing
because
her
of
thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She
she
walked
has been.
laps with Chuck and her song. I mean,
I mean, I didn't want to get into all that, but
look.
I live for it.
I think you find what you have and you use what you have, and guess what
Thank
she
you.
has? She's got a really good butt. So put your thong on and work, girl. And that's what she's doing.
It's working.
And I will not hate her for that.
Yeah.
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love lyric.
And something else that helps her too, like it's just like I feel like use your assets. I'm not
Your
whatever.
assets.
Well, yeah,
Right.
just do whatever you can. Do what you need to do. Like
Yeah,
all
do it.
means. And then Sunday we see
Sorry.
we see Lyric just pretty much making sure that she's not going to be the renom because she's hearing things and everything like that. And then she decides to do the worst thing for her game, I would say, is that she throws Mallory under the bus and says that who Mallory is planning on nominating if she won HOH, which was Chuck, Kamu, and Haley or Lala or something, some mix of that. Basically red corner. And
Red Angela.
yeah. And then come to yesterday and Haley's like, well, I'm gonna tell Lyric myself about all of this. And Haley kind of reads her down. I'm saying this now. I do not like Haley. I will say that now. I do not like her gameplay, but she kind of calls Lyric out about how she's throwing her friends under the bus to save herself, which call a spade a spade. And I also understand doing what you got to do to stay safe. Completely understandable. But Haley said it's a bad look and all this stuff. And
well, she would know what a bad look is, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
honestly, sorry, Zach. I'll let you get back to your recap in a second, but that's why I like Lyric so much. Lyric is the type of bitch that when she has her back on the wall, she swings. And I like that, you know, like I feel like so many people, they just hear you're going to go on the block and it's, are you sure? Okay, whatever. No, Lyric is like, really, what about her? What about my mom? What about my daughter? What about my sister? Like, what about my grandma? Like, she don't care. Anyone other than her, she wants to see on the block. So I even had her one moment when I was watching the feeds where she was like, well, what about Barrett? And I was even like, exactly, girl, what about Barrett? Like, I just like it when you're like up there and able to kind of like I don't know, like she's in this mindset
Yeah,
of like
well,
anyone but me, and like I like that because I
exactly.
feel like
What
so many people
about
are just
anyone
like,
else? Anyone
uh-huh,
but my name.
literally.
That's what
And
you
I
should
love
do.
that. Like
And I'm
I
not
think
going
that
to be
it's
mad about it.
so important. Oh my god, hi
Yeah.
Soja.
I
I mean,
mean,
I would have been upset if it would have been Barrett, and I would have been like, but you have to
yeah.
try that. You should try
Yeah,
that.
And
absolutely.
yeah, but
Megan.
it at the end of the day, it doesn't it doesn't work out, unfortunately. Taylor obviously
Not.
uses a veto on herself, and Drew, Lyric, and Melody are the final noms for the week. And Drew is still under the assumption that he's the pawn throughout all of this. Uh, I wish I was in this delusion. And even that night, Mallory's like, Drew, I don't think you have the votes. And he's like, "Nah, I think I have the votes." And then
He
he goes
said,
to, and then he goes to,
get out of here.
and then he goes to the red corner, or like the tool shed is like, "No, you're good. Like you're just a pawn. You're just doing what Haley wants, you know." And also something that happens that night is, of course, if Drew happens to win the blockbuster, there's the, well, who goes home, Melody or Lyric? And out of nowhere, mind you, I did not expect this from Kamu, but Kamu throws out, well, why don't we just get rid of Lyric? And D kind of shuts it down, but I don't know, it's still on the table, which is very weird, but they're very back and forth on the Lyric thing, because a lot of this is just like looking to see like Lyric, oh, she's just doing, which also I don't understand why we're still bringing up Rome, like that was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god, I know. I was even listening to the feeds today, and it's like Chuck and Lyric are talking, and Chuck's like, yeah, but like Rome. Rome is literally home. Like, what are we talking about? Like
Rome phone home. And he's gone.
yeah, like let's move
and
on.
that's what the whole worrying about is like she's gonna finish Rome and Jason's mission or whatever, which is very
Like
weird.
girl, please. What mission? They're home.
Yeah. But it all leads to today, which is very heartbreaking, would start out hopeful out of nowhere. I feel like, I don't know, do we know why D decided to start to be like, you know what?
Honestly, no, but from what I read on Twitter and from what I listened to myself, I saw a lot of people speculating of boredom, and because they, meaning like the production people or her diary room or whatever, got her thinking or something along those lines, was what I've seen on Twitter.
Well.
But like,
Well,
yeah, I don't really know. Like, sorry, you can go ahead and do your little recap before I give my.
no, that I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that like it basically, like how they were planning on flipping it was they were gonna get Red Angela. I love that, Roxy. That's the only thing that I'm ever gonna refer to them as now. But Dee and Devins were gonna get Red Angela and Barrett to kind of change their minds and keep Drew and make it be like it was their idea to do it. And I don't really see how that's possible. But sure. I don't know. And then like the icons had their meeting in the gym where Dee kind of pitched it again to the three of them, or to the two of them. And Devins and Angela were both kind of like, no. So I don't see it happening, honestly. I am still very intrigued to see what happens if Drew wins the blockbuster. I kind of don't want him to.
Why not?
I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I don't.
My thing is, if Drew wins, I'm scared of the icons telling Drew like, oh, well, Barrett knew your ass was out last week and he didn't tell you, and like turning Drew against him.
But I guess like would Drew believe it? Like,
I mean,
I-
if the girls are also telling him that, yeah.
I mean, I guess my thing is like I'm trying to think like Drew, I guess, is like what
Spazzy?
does Barrett knowing this prioritize anyone else like he wants to go after, you know?
Can I interrupt you?
Yes.
I mean, that's never stopped you before, but yes.
I mean, look. Occasionally I try, and I am medicated today. So I've gotten like 6 messages in the last 10 minutes about a fight that just happened on the feeds. Do you want to talk about that? The feeds are
Really?
back now. Like the feeds are back now, but yeah. Let me send you, I'm going to send you a link. Actually.
That's so crazy because I'm like literally not looking at Twitter or anything. My phone is literally on do not disturb. So
Well, mine's not, and it's going absolutely nuts. And I'm like, yeah, I already have it. I've already got it. I'm good. I already have it, but also appreciate it because I wouldn't have known if the first person didn't send it to me. Yeah, apparently
they were screaming at each other, Nick Firmstone says. Who?
Drew. Like with all of you, I effing hate all of you. Yosh, get the F back in that room. I'm reading
What?
tweets. Drew found out that he's really the target, I guess, and then the feeds cut.
Oh, you're kidding.
Which the feeds were back on just about like 2 seconds ago because I pulled them up. Like as soon as I got the very first message, I immediately on my other computer that's right here, this one right here, this one, I immediately pulled up the feeds and they were cut. So then somebody, the first person who messaged me had also sent me a link, which I have. I also have another link. Somebody else sent me one too. Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Wait.
Who knows? Chat. Who knows? Tell me.
I feel like it's not real. Hold on.
I don't know if it is or not.
I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on. I got all of us. Chat. Everybody. Here. Oh wait. Let me remove this. Add this. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not.
Can you hear
That's
this?
what I'm trying to find out.
You hear it?
That's crazy.
What is happening? Should we get up there?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I don't think that's real.
Are they just playing? Are they just playing
That
around?
That doesn't seem like a real fight, in my opinion.
I have no idea.
I'm kind of confused.
I mean, the feeds are on again right now, and Chuck's bathing. Well, showering. Although bathing would have been funnier, but he's in the shower.
Also, that doesn't seem like Drew's.
Let me pull it up.
That doesn't seem like Drew's personality.
Look,
I'm
I don't
so
know
confused.
because I have been on here with you.
Well, yeah, and like I don't know, like Kamu and Lyric
dude,
like they were like
all
laughing.
cameras, every single freaking camera on Chuck in the
Like,
shower.
are you kidding?
We don't want to see that.
That is so weird. I don't know if okay, that got us so derailed from everything. Wow. Anyways, I also
Interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
We'll have to find out more.
Yeah. Chat. Okay, you guys do we have anything else before we like go to like chat questions, all that kind of stuff?
I do want chat to always share our link. We forgot to tell them that.
Yes, chat. That would be so helpful of us. Retweet us, go repost us on Blue Sky, whatever it is.
Talk about us. Tell everyone how great we are.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
We totally forgot to mention my other shout out of Dee saying that she was gonna call me on the hammock. Like, what is going on in that house?
She said not your government name, but your handle name.
She literally said, I'm
She said, I'm
gonna
calling
call
Nick City. And I said, what? I'm calling Nick City, not you. I'm calling him.
When I tell you, so Big Bro Junkie, shout out Big Bro Junkie, she DM'd me and they're like, oh, Dee's talking about you on the hammock. And I was like, me?
Specifically?
Like, what? And so they clipped me the clip and I couldn't make out what they were saying because they recorded it on quad. And then BB Gossip, shout out Mike, was able to get me the audio of just that. And it was literally just Dee saying, like, I'm gonna call Nick City. And then she's like, well, you guys don't know who that is. And then Devins was like, oh, that's Barrett's friend. Of course Barrett's I do. Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Because I haven't heard them talk about me at all. So where is this conversation happening? I have a million questions. But Dee, you can call me anytime. And I guess Devins too. But Dee especially. I will answer at 3 a.m. if Dee calls me. Yes, Amanda, don't worry. I'm going to have Zack make it a soundbite because it's really funny because Dee says, I'm calling Nick City. And then someone says, who's Nick City? And I think that's really funny too. So yeah, we're going to definitely have Zack make it into a little sound bit for us. But let's see. Okay, so we already have some... we already have some questions starred from Zack, but you guys can ask us more and we can answer more as we go on.
Yeah, some of those questions are so far back in the chat. So
I know.
Ask again.
Yeah, so if you asked a question and we didn't see it or answer it, do so again. So we can save it. So MK Weave says, I'm curious what your thoughts are on what kind of game Barrett was hoping to play. Big moves or slow and steady?
Slow and steady, 100%. He'll make the big, both, honestly. Slow and steady, but make the big moves. I think he's waiting to get to a certain point in the game, but he's not. He's a dirty player, I'll tell you that. He's a snake.
A snake.
That's right. He's a snake. Nick City knows firsthand. Barrett's a sneaky snake, a sneaky little snake.
He is.
And
makes me all the time.
Yeah, like he's a dirty player. He's not had the opportunity to show that yet, but I think his time is coming. I mean, he's as much as said who he's going to put up. He's going to go against them when it's time. I'm afraid that times are perilous right now for Barrett. Like, not completely, but it's like, don't wait too long, buddy. But he's got to have the ability to make the move first.
Right.
And I think once he has that ability, he's going to make the move. He'll make a big move. But until then, I think you're going to see him lie low, continue to form and forge relationships. He's going to spend a lot of time investing socially with people and gaining social equity with as many people as he possibly can. And so far, it has helped him out tremendously, especially this week with Haley. You heard me say he rubbed her arm. Do you know the strength and courage it took for him to do that? This is game playing, friends.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I mean, he's pretty reserved anyway. You do
I feel like that's just like how he is.
He's funny. He's very funny, but you have to be. You had to give him his moment. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the other night, he and Devins in the living room. That was so classic Barrett. When he was like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, I saw you doing that over there. Like, the whole exchange was so
that was
Barrett.
funny.
And it was funny, but that's essentially do you agree that's the kind of game that he plays?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think Barrett is definitely slow and steady. I think that he is waiting to strike, like you're saying. Like, I feel like he needs to win an HOH in order to be able to do something. But I think that my fear or worry with Barrett is I definitely think that he is a people pleaser. I definitely think that he worries about what people think of him, essentially. And I think that he's going to be scared to hurt people's feelings. And so I feel like that's my fear, is that like if there's parts of him that feels bad for putting someone on the block, I don't know. But I do think that, like, I've seen a lot of people, you know, criticize and say that he's not brave and all this stuff. And I don't think that's the case. I think that if Barrett wins an HOH, he will put people on the block, like the Red Angela corner, minus Angela. But so just the red corner is what I'm saying. But I don't
Corngela.
know. the Corngela side of that alliance. So I don't know. I think that he is doing a good job socially, and I think that people need to just get off his back, because what can you do when it's the same people winning HOH for 4 weeks in a row?
I mean, right.
Oh my God, McWeave, I'm a therapist too.
Dude, I'm literally typing that right now.
That's so crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, you were talking, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and reply in the chat.
I saw that and I was like, I can't say that right this second, but that's so funny.
No, but I agree with y'all too. I think that the main thing is like he just needs to win a comp and have it go his way. And I feel like if he just we know what he's gonna do, so there's not really much else he can do, because I feel like most of the time it's been, I mean, it's pretty dead set. First week, Ashley goes. Second week, Rome was the target for the whole house. I feel like every single week has been a whole house target. It's not just Barrett. Like, I don't know what people want, like, him to be the only vote for a person.
Oh, they
like,
just love to complain. You know, people love to complain.
If we're thinking about like, if we're looking at super fans, like, okay, last year Vince, he put up his own allies. If we're looking at 26, Quinn put up his own allies and backdoored Cedric whenever he didn't want to. If we're looking at 25, Corey didn't activate until week 6 or week 5. Give it time. There's still time.
I agree, Zach.
I would be
so
more,
much game left to play.
I would be more mad if he had an HOH and wasted it.
Me too, actually. You know what? I agree with that. Like, I feel like what gets me mad is when like for example, like Drew telling him like, should I pick you? And him being like, no. I wanted to shake him and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like, I would have that kind of same reaction if he were to like waste an HOH. I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Whereas like him, not like,
I would be furious.
Oh, me too. Because me and him talk about it all the time, and like just about Big Brother as a whole. Like, when you win something, you got to do something with it. So I feel like I'd feel like a disappointed father watching Barrett win an HOH and not do anything with it. I'd be like, what did we talk about? So, okay. Next question I have here is from Valerie. Who does Barrett like better, Dee or Mallory? What do you guys think?
Honestly, I think he likes Mallory more. If that's my honest opinion, I think he likes Mallory more because he relates better with her humor and stuff. I think he enjoys her company. It depends on what you mean by like. Like, you mean like?
I think that's what they mean.
I don't think he likes either of them. Like, I think it's just Barrett being Barrett, and Barrett playing the game and doing, like, I don't think he's I saw somebody earlier, asking like, does Barrett know he's being snowed by D? Absolutely. Barrett knows exactly who D is as a player, and I do not for 1 second believe that Barrett is under any delusions of thinking that D is into him like that. But guess what? Barrett is not into D like that. I know what diary rooms say. You know, they had the whole
Mhm.
Spanish speaking thing, which
Oh my god, that was so funny.
was really funny.
Oh, I loved it.
It was really funny. I loved Lala's reaction to it because she just could not believe it.
Like
Could
he was
not believe
speaking
it.
tongues or something. I thought it was so
Right,
funny.
right. Like he just made up a brand new language. Like he's from Atlantis, and this is the native tongue there.
And then she was
Like
like, D, he's doing it again. He's doing it again.
he's doing it again. Yeah, like I don't know that he likes either one. I think he definitely doesn't like either. Like he's not passing any check yes or no notes to either one of them. But I think just in general, I think he likes both of them just in the same way that he, you know, likes his other friends. But I think he enjoys talking to Mallory more. I hope that answers that.
I think so. I think that him and Dee, I think that him and Mallory have a more personal, close relationship. And I think that him and Dee have a more closer game relationship, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I would
know.
say I was going to say game-centric relationship with Dee.
Yeah.
More,
Mhm.
but it's not a dislike. He enjoys her, but just on
Right.
a personal
friend
level,
level,
I think he
yeah.
relates better to Mallory.
I think so too. That's my read on it. Because I feel like his conversations with Mallory are a little bit more like I could see Mallory being like on a FaceTime call with us. And like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
like that's how like I see there. And not that I can't see Dee doing that, but I feel like it just comes off a little bit more authentic and raw when it's like him and Mallory as opposed to him and Dee.
Yeah, because Mallory and him were more cut from the same cloth of I hate I said that word. Him and Mallory are both fans, and they're playing the game that they've wanted to play for a while. And Dee obviously is like she's not really seen the game, so I also agree too. I think that I don't know what I guess it doesn't help that in Big Brother's past, boys who have gone on the show, they simp over girls like crazy. And I don't know if it's a foreign concept to people. Be like, you can think a girl's attractive, but you can still not get caught in her web, I guess is a way to put it. And like, I think that Barrett is playing into that. Like, you know, I feel like he knows his place right now as far as like what he needs to do in order to stay safe. And if you see, I mean, look at it. Dee literally stood up for him and made sure that he didn't go up. Like it's not like it's not working.
She did.
So
I think that's a good point, Zack.
Yeah. So I think that to his betterment of the game, I mean, it's helping, and like he'll play into it 100%. I mean, obviously he literally cuddled with Haley. I don't think that he wanted to. So
I don't think he wanted to either. Yeah, good point, Zack. I think that like it's important to acknowledge that Dee also like went to bat for him this week, because I feel like a lot of the talk is like, oh, you know, Barrett's up Dee's ass, and it's like, yeah, I get that that's like kind of the perception, but Dee's also like not like Dee's working with him. You know, it's not a one-sided relationship.
Too much into the edit either. Like,
also, like literally, Dee was like, literally a few days ago, Dee was like, Barrett hasn't hugged me. And
exactly.
A few days.
Yeah,
it's like
not hugging me as much.
What happened? I thought he was up Dee's ass. Like,
yeah.
Come on, like he isn't Corey. He isn't fucking Hayden. Like he's not up someone's ass.
The feeds are back on, and everybody appears to be fine. Of course, I don't know what they're saying, but
Megan Queen is saying, I think it was a fake fight. They all seem fine on feeds.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Also from Valerie. If Drew stays, is that good for Barrett or not?
I mean, obviously it's a number for him, and Drew is with him, and it's a target in front of Barrett. So I think there are some really good aspects to having him stay. However, I don't think Drew leaving. I don't want Drew to leave. I'll go ahead and say that right now. I don't want Drew to leave because I do like the relationship that he has with Barrett. But I
Mhm.
don't think Drew leaving is as detrimental to Barrett's game as what some people might think it would be, because historically, if you look back, you see some of your big, like really great players lose somebody significant early in the game like that and have to kind of pivot and reshuffle and then go on to do really, really well with someone else. And I think that we could potentially see that. I mean, I know that. How is that for a super ambiguous answer?
Totally.
I mean, that's the way I feel about it, though.
I
Yeah,
think that. Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I think that Drew's, well, I guess we really don't know. I'm thinking the fan base right now is wanting to give Mallory the power. If Drew stays, I mean, I really think Drew is up there for the votes before. Obviously he didn't get it. But I don't know what his strategic prowess is, but what he was saying and everything, I'm kind of worried because I'm wondering if he's going to be like, if Barrett is his closest ally, if he's going to be like, Barrett, you're my closest ally, but I want to put you up as a pawn, but I want you to
Absolutely
know
not.
or try something like that.
Oh,
like,
hell no.
Obviously Barrett's going to say
not.
no, but no, I'm kind of, now that Nick has said it, I'm kind of worried too that if the icons try to do that, but I don't think, say if Drew wins HOH or something, I don't think they're gonna make Drew do that or anything, make
Right.
What? But D has $5,000 to offer. Surely it'll work. Just kidding.
that was something else I wanted to bring up about the BB bribe of like, do we think that she could bribe someone to vote for her in the end in jury?
It's within the confines of the game, so why could you not?
I don't know. That's a
No.
good point. Maybe.
Because
I think it's interesting that they said it doesn't expire,
that's the thing. I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, my other thing too is like, okay, if I'm Barrett, for instance, or I don't know, anyone.
Okay,
And you've already made jury. So you're getting that, well, you're getting your stipend, but you're also getting a little surplus. Is $5,000 really worth doing a move? Like, like a big game move or something like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you can offer it, but they don't have to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
5,000
like it becomes more useless the longer the game goes on, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be used pre-jury.
Oh, so B Bean says, is the bribe binding? Like, what if the bribe receiver does the opposite?
Oh no, they don't get the money. They don't get the money.
Do that. Yeah.
I would love, but okay, right. But can you tell her yes? And then she thinks you have accepted, like, is
it's
it
an anonymous
binding?
bribe.
If you say I accept the bribe, are you bound by that? Can you change your mind? Do you have to tell D you've changed your mind? Or can you say, yeah, I'll take the bribe, and then still backstab her and not do it, even knowing that you're going to lose the money? Can you do that?
No, you have to.
What fun is this game? Lame.
Yeah.
Limiting our gameplay like that. Come on.
Megan says you have to do the bribe. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Honestly, CBS, call me.
I know.
I don't like this rule. Let's
Dee's
negotiate.
gonna call me, so
I'm trying to. I would much rather. I wish they would have had like. I kind of liked Tyler's power a bit. What was it? I think it was like the cloud or whatever. Where
that lasted 42 weeks of the game.
Well, if it only lasted like 3 weeks or something, like just
I forgot what it was specifically.
His lasted like 100 years. It's gonna get longer every time. So long.
But I'm very iffy about that because I'm just like, I feel like it's more But I also saw Sophie like say like she wasn't even going to use it. Sophie from 49 her season, which honestly, I could see not wanting to use it either. So
Yeah.
let's see. Of the cloud, keep yourself from going on the block at nomination ceremony or veto meeting. If you're worried you could be nominated, sit in the cloud and you could not be put on the block. You have a 2-month subscription to the cloud. So the next 8
2
weeks, you can choose
months.
one time in which to use the clues. Okay. So yeah,
2 months is crazy.
I guess, but it didn't say both. It said at one nomination ceremony or veto meeting. So I guess it's better than like,
what is happening?
what are we doing here?
That's an interesting. I forgot all about Tyler having that, and that it's 2 months. That's ridiculous.
Not that long, but like 3 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
versus
I'm kind of glad that that's not on the game, anyways. So, yeah, to answer that question, I don't know if it's good for Barrett if Drew stays, just because that's my fear. That like Dee and Devins and Angela are gonna be like, I thought like Dee, Devins, and Angela are gonna like use it as a way to like turn Drew against Barrett and be like, oh, Barrett knew you were gonna go home last week, so I don't know. It depends on like how that information goes about. Okay. Next question. Sorry. I have you guys all starred on our screen. So if your question isn't here yet, we will get to it. I promise. Nicole asked the narrative on Twitter is that Barrett could be convinced of anything from Dee. Knowing Barrett and his relationship with women, what are your thoughts?
No,
I don't think so. I think that
I'm just gonna say this. I didn't want to say this online, but I feel like
be careful with what you're about to say, I guess.
Barrett is kind of a selfish person.
Ooh, how controversial of you.
I feel like he has clear boundaries and things. Like if he's not going to do anything if he doesn't want to do it. And I feel like, if Barrett's going to be like, oh, Dee told me to put up Mallory, Drew, and Melody or something, like I really don't see a world where he does that. Like,
yeah, me neither. They're not even like dating either. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, oh, like the question is referring to like Barrett and his past relationship with women. Barrett's not in a relationship with Dee even. So I really don't think he's just gonna like Dee says it. Yes, I must. Like that's not. I don't see that being it at all. I think that this whole thing means way too much for him to kind of like do something like that, in my opinion. So I don't know. I think that like there's a lot of people pleasing, like I said earlier. I think that he's like the type of person that like I don't want to make people mad or I don't want to make people upset. I think he gets a little uncomfortable when people are upset. So I just feel like he's going to try to avoid that at all costs. And I think that if Dee like tries to steer him away from a certain direction, then he'll probably try to push back at it. That's my opinion, is that he's going to like push back at it unless it's like something crazy. I don't know. But I think that like people are reading way too into it and that he's not just going to like listen to whatever Dee says. So, okay. Next question, Roxie. Are you like okay?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Next question.
Yeah. You just had. I didn't know if you had thoughts. That's all.
Oh, No, not about that in particular. I was just keeping up with chat. I know that there was a question earlier that I really wanted to talk about, but guess what? I didn't have my finger on my nose, so I forgot it.
It's okay.
But
we have them. We have them.
Me and Zach
so.
me and Zach have them saved. So
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
We'll probably get to it if you don't. Next one
I'm sure.
is from Mary. Hi, Queen. Question: do you agree the Barrett approach for 4 weeks is how he's gonna play regardless, aka as furniture? Okay, so do we think Barrett is gonna be furniture for the rest of the game? I don't think so. I think that right now is like the best part to play as furniture on Big Brother. Like, I mean, like we were saying earlier, I feel like you have to be quiet in the beginning half of Big Brother when there's 17 people in the house. You don't want to be the loudest person in the room. So I think that you have to be a little bit of furniture in the beginning. Yes, or I like that. Barrett is a very sturdy side table.
I also want to point out, like,
that's such a good comment.
I also want to point out that, okay, what's the most iconic fight in Big Brother history?
Keisha's birthday.
Yes.
All day, every day. It's always Keisha's
Well, yes.
birthday. It will never be another answer. Don't say anything else.
Okay, that's the answer that I was getting at. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
anyway.
let it go then. Oh,
Yeah.
and when Willie hit the person in the bathroom, remember that in season 13? Also, that was just really fun. Keisha's birthday.
Okay, well, okay.
Oh, Rockstar kid's birthday. Sorry. Okay.
What did the winner of that season? What was he doing during that fight?
Not even in the scene.
Didn't care at all. And that's an excellent point.
Pillow over his head. I like that too, Zach. Great point.
So, and even during Brett and Rockstar's, what was Casey doing?
Not even shown.
Like,
it's true.
Come
though.
on,
like,
let's wake it up.
Literally though, like, let's wake it up. Like, I agree, right? Like, I think that people want entertainment. And I agree. I want entertainment too. I don't want Barrett to be the one providing entertainment.
Also, I also wanted to point out too that y'all didn't react to this, and I was like, okay, y'all are just a bunch of haters. But whenever Barrett was like, and it was his stupid name anyways, during his confessional.
You know why? Because it was a stupid name. It was the dumbest name. But didn't Drew come up with it? Isn't that Drew's doing? Is that the one he came up with?
The crossovers Drew came up with, yes.
Or not. But he was talking about Toolshed though.
Yeah, he was talking about Toolshed.
They're all dumb.
Yeah,
I don't like any of them.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But yeah, I think just give it time.
I think so too.
Like most of the people who make it far in this game are boring in the beginning. I mean, unless you're a comp beast and you're making your way being protected by comps, that's how entertaining people get far. Like,
yeah. Okay, next question. Hi, Megan. Hi, Queen. It seems like Barrett is getting snowed by D a little bit. Do you think he's really fallen for it, or does he know enough about her and is playing it off? I truly hope he sees what she's doing. I feel like we kind of touched up on this a little bit already, but yeah, I think he knows what she's doing. I mean, like, the interesting thing with D and Barrett is that Barrett has never, like, Barrett didn't watch her original Survivor season, didn't watch her on the challenge, but he did watch her on 50, thanks to me and Zack. And he was talking about that on the feeds too, about how, like, his friends got him to watch season 50. And that's the only reason why he knows who D is. But it's the truth, you know, he's only watched season 50. And he knows about, like, her being on the challenge and 45 and how she was very big into, like, showmances and, like, being very flirty and all that kind of stuff. So he's definitely, like, aware of how Dee plays the game. And I think that like two things can be true at the same time. I think Barrett can think Dee is very cute and attractive because I mean she is. And I think that Barrett can also know and be aware that she is probably playing him. So yes, Roxy, go ahead.
Hi, Reese. Hi, Reese. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I thought you had I thought you liked my point. But yeah, I think that two things can be true at the same time. You know, I think Dee can be very attractive and Barrett can be attracted to her, but I think he can also be very aware of what the hell she's doing. I mean,
Yeah.
we told him he should be. If you go
And
back
also-
and watch our Survivor 50 101 video, you hear me
Yeah.
and Zack tell him all about it because that's what that video was me and Zack teaching Barrett about Dee and Devins for like way before we knew any of this was happening.
Yeah.
So-
And I also think too, it's like you can play like they're allowed to be flirty in the house. Like just because people are flirting doesn't mean they're gonna get married. Like I feel
Yeah.
like part of this too is like people are dying for a showmance regardless of what everyone says, and like they're wanting something to happen between people, and they're shipping people that more than likely are not gonna get together. So
Yeah.
it just
think
is
the
what it is.
I think the fans are taking it more serious than Drew and or Dee and Barrett.
It's because that's what the narrative is pushed by the edit. CBS pushes that narrative all the time. They love all of the showmances, and it's so ridiculous to me. But you know what? This this just goes back. This just I can't right now. I'm sorry. I can't. I have a naked belly in my face. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm watching distracted news. I don't know if anyone would understand that reference.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Go away.
exactly
We need
what it
Roxy
feels
to
like.
focus. Go away. We need Roxy to focus.
Leave the area now. But yeah, I think, and it's funny too, because even like Barrett in one of his cam talks, he was calling it like a flirtmance. So I'm like, he's not even labeling it a showmance, like, because it's like not serious. Like they're just flirting with each other. I think
Also,
two
he said it-
looking people just talking to each other.
And he also, this is the thing, I don't like, even whenever people literally say what they're going to do in their preseason, he literally said he'll flirt with anything. He'll flirt with the wall. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Right.
Like,
so yeah, I don't know. Okay, next question from our Queen Mary. And yes, Mary, we know who you are up in this place. You don't have to explain yourself. Question: why is Barrett not making strong connections with the other side of the house? I like this question.
I think he has strong connections with all sides of the house. You don't think so? That's an interesting question.
I think
I don't think he has a majority alliance that he's at the bottom of, but do I need to tell you again that how he rubbed Haley's arm? That was gross, and he still did it. And that was
right, but I think that's his side of the house, technically.
Yeah, but
okay, but the other side of the house is Melody and Mallory and Lyric. He is close with Mallory and Melody.
Well, what about Taylor, Lala, and Yash?
Lala loves him. Yash loves him. He's got a fake alliance with him too. What do you mean?
He does have that fake alliance with Yash, but
yeah, but I mean,
Name
I
one
think
person that Barrett's not close with. Name one person that Barrett doesn't have a great relationship with.
I mean, that's
Taylor,
yeah, and I want to say Lala too. Like, I don't, but then again, so how to read Lala's relationship?
Red Angela,
yeah.
Red Canangela.
I think
Cornangela.
I think there is something to be said about it.
He
because,
could work more. Like Shy Boy said, he could work more to pull Taylor. And I think that's true.
Chuck.
Okay.
Yeah, Chuck too.
I forgot Chuck existed, even though he was on all four cameras in the shower for like 45 minutes earlier. I forgot about him.
I like McLeave's comment he has good relationships with game relationships. I think everyone likes Barrett, but I don't think Barrett is like going to Taylor being like, like what's going on with the game with you, like, you know what I mean? I feel
Well,
like he's
to
not
I
be
like
mean, other than the
talking.
vote flip, yeah, you're right about that.
to be
Yeah.
fair though,
But his game is
how much?
social.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, how much game is Lala and Taylor talking with other people? Like,
Lala doesn't even know she's playing a game, so I think it's really unfair to even consider that. She's not even in contention. That's ridiculous to me.
well, Taylor's playing the game for her.
Well, Taylor has an elaborate plan that none of us understand, and I have a graph to prove it. Don't make me get the graph out. I don't want to, but I will.
But no, I agree. I think that off the off chance, like some people, but it's hard to, especially during week 4. Like if you already have established relationships, like good relationships and everything like that, I feel like it's hard for other people to talk with other people who don't really talk game that much. It's like I don't know how to build those relationships, I guess. And Barrett has his people, I guess, and he has people to stick up for him. But I do believe that he does have people. I think no one in the house is targeting him. I mean, besides Haley, but no one listens to her. But even Haley isn't for sure about that, so her opinion could change in a day. Like I'm sure her target is going to be Taylor, but I think that no one is his target. But I also think there are some people who wouldn't mind just putting him up as a pawn. So
Yeah.
that's my thing of like, I can see where the strong relationships can come into play, where it's like he would need to do.
And I'm scared of him going up as a pawn, because depending on who he's next to, I could definitely see him potentially going home, which kind of scares me. Like I was really scared this week that like if Drew won veto, like Haley would like make up some excuse, to put him on the block.
Because it's like, well, we can't get Drew. Let's get the guy that he's hanging out with the most.
Yep. And to another point to this question too, of like, his relationships with the other side of the house, it's hard, right? Because I saw like another moment this week where he was in the room alone with the Nada trio girls, and Dee walks into the room and sees like Barrett talking with Melody, Lyric, and Mallory, and they all kind of like stop talking, and then Dee like leaves the room, and you hear her say under her breath like, "This guy," like because she caught him like red-handed is what it sounded like. And so like it's hard, right? Because it's like he's trying, but then at the same time it's like he goes and does something else, and then all of a sudden it's like they start to look at him sideways again. So it's like weird, because the vets want him like by their side all the time, and then the second he like leaves their side, they like start to look at him funny again. But yet they don't want him by their side all the time, because then they get mad that he's like just I don't know. I feel like there's no winning, but it's hard is how I see it, because he doesn't want the other side to perceive him as the next Drew.
Well, because what honestly needs to happen is that the vets need to go up. They need to be shaken, and they need to understand who actually is with them and who's not. And I feel like they'll be more trusting once that happens. And the fact of the matter is in order, to be honest, the more that I think about it too, of like who's most in danger right now, I think that it's, if the vets get targeted, is Dee. Because say the noms are Devon's, Dee, Angela, and the veto ceremony happens, and say someone wins a veto and doesn't use it on them, Devon's is going to use the freaking veto, the power of veto on him, diamond power veto on himself.
Absolutely.
And that just going to leave Dee and Angela and someone else. And if Dee doesn't win Blockbuster, I think that she goes home before Angela.
Why? Wait. Diamond power veto. Oh, it's the coup d'etat where you can.
They choose. I guess they could. Yeah.
Yeah. Diamond power veto. Like Devon's will pick who replaces him, but like it's only one nom. It's not all of them.
Yeah.
Like coup d'etat. So
I mean, Dee's actually Dee's the smarter move to send out in that scenario because she's a much scarier player. But I would be so tempted to send out Angela just because, and I don't, it's not even a dislike. It's because Angela's way too much. Way too much.
That's the thing that's why people would want to keep her though, is that once you get further in the game and they're already starting to wake up from the Angela
They
paranoia.
are, but Angela and
just
being Angela is the reason
just give
that
it
Drew and Barrett-ish are in the position that they're in. It's because she's paranoid.
but give it a few
This is
weeks.
what she does.
But this
For
is
what? For
this
her to
is week
destroy the
4.
rest of the house?
No, for people to wake up from her psychosis that they're starting to well, even
yeah.
even Dee and Devins are like, even Devins is getting annoyed with Angela. Like we see
Can
it.
you blame him?
No.
And I think it's going to get to a point where they're just going to start to realize Angela's going to say something off the wall and they're going to be like, why are we working with her again?
Everything she says is off the wall, I think.
Well,
Everything that she says is it doesn't just give you pause, it makes you go, what? Like that. It's that kind of pause. Like, what are you even talking about? I would have a really difficult time. Like, not in the real world. In the real world, whenever she's not so paranoid about everything, she's fine. But in that game, like, she cannot handle it. And therefore, I would not be able to handle her very well for very long. It would just be like, oh, God, don't talk to me anymore. I just, no, thank you.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Just act like she doesn't exist, as Colton said.
Yeah. Who would Barrett like to be in the finals with? Well,
Somebody who's done worse than him.
I mean, ideally, I'm pretty sure he would think he doesn't want to go with the icons.
I mean,
Yeah.
but if you were Barrett, who would you take? Don't even worry about who Barrett would take. Because I think that he might take
I think he might take
a Lala or something like that. But
I think he'd want to take Mallory.
she's harder to beat than Lala.
And then he loses.
Thank you.
I don't want him
Nick.
to sit next to Mallory.
Thank you. Because they already, like the icons, like the red Cornangela group, they already think that Mallory is probably getting America's vote because they think that she's so loved in the outside world because, so like they already have in their brain, you know, that she's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. So why would you want to sit next to that? Aside from the fact that she's won things when she needed to win and that sort of thing. So she's already built kind of the beginnings of a resume. I wouldn't sit next to her. Absolutely not. I would drag.
I'm just saying
he needs a Victoria. And who's the most Victoria in the house right now?
Well, you also got to think, who is he going to want to? I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard though because like we haven't even started.
It's week 4,
so
it's
like
week 4.
I know,
like
we
asking
could
these
be
questions.
Saying,
like
I know it's hard.
He could be gone next week.
When does jury start?
At 9. That's when it started the last 2 or 3 seasons. But yeah, we could be sitting here saying Lala is Victoria 2.0, and then she could win 5 HOH. We don't know.
Okay.
I doubt that, but
Nick, be for real right now.
How about this? The generic answer is Bear's going to want to take someone he can beat. There.
Yeah, and I saw some like.
And Chuck. I forgot about Chuck again.
Yeah, Chuck.
And he's right there on the screen, and I still forgot about him.
I watched Rizzo and Rob C and Taryn's video that they did, and Rizzo was calling him Chuck GBT, and I think that is so funny. But yeah, I was gonna say I think that I saw some like I don't know if it was a tweet or something, but someone was like, "Oh well, Barrett is banking on like." No one wanting to vote for the icons in the end. And I was like, who the hell said Barrett wants to sit in the end with the icons? Like, I think that
Why would anybody do that?
Right. I think that that's insane. And he's never said that. So I don't think that he's like, I need to go to the end with D or Angela
he might
or
be
any of that. Like
boring to watch right now, but he's not an idiot. He's not a moron. Come on.
Yeah.
We're gonna put that on a
Um,
t-shirt. He might be boring, but he's not an idiot.
I think it is t-shirt worthy.
I think so. Okay. Roxy, do you know the answer to this question? How did
Is
he get
it?
so good at
Oh,
Spanish?
how did he get so good at speaking in Spanish?
I didn't even know he spoke Spanish.
Eh,
Well, listen.
that's an
He
asterisk.
said,
That's an
I mean,
asterisk on good.
well, okay. He speaks it better than probably a lot of people, but he said that it was from living in LA for a year, and that's a ridiculous answer to me. There's no way that living in LA for a year you
Girl,
learned it
what?
that
is like
that well.
such
Like
a joke.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he took foreign
we-
language in school, both high school
Yeah.
and college.
In college, we had to take a foreign language
Mhm.
class, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he took Spanish. So
I mean,
that's what most people take. So I'm assuming there, but we've never discussed it. So I don't actually know. I did not know that he spoke Spanish at all, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
It's never
That's
come
so
up.
funny.
well, living in LA, like there is a big Spanish population there, and there's also a big Spanish population in Austin too. So, taco trucks.
Right, but I don't think you learned to speak it like that well. I think you learn like the way that I know Spanish, which is basically like a lot of vocabulary. Like if you were a caveman that spoke Spanish, that would be how I speak Spanish. Like
Yeah,
I could
but
do
I feel like
the basics,
like
like asking where the bathroom is, which
Well, yeah.
technically you could just use sign language for that. I mean, everybody
But you
knows
get-
the universal sign for I need to pee, right?
but
Like
you get used to speaking it if you speak it with other people though. So I could see him like
I think it
at least
helps, but I don't think it's like from just that. But
well,
I
no,
definitely
I'm not
think it
saying
helps.
that, but I'm saying like
immersion.
you can pick
I get
it
what
you
you're
can
saying.
pick it back up like if you're around it.
I mean, yeah.
I unfortunately only speak English, so I have no idea.
Wow.
But
Back to an English question.
I like this question.
Oh, yeah.
actually. If you, sorry if you, hi Pluto, thanks. I haven't seen you chat in here before, but sorry if you've answered this on previous podcasts. But what kind of competitions would Barrett excel in? I like this question. We've not talked
I
about
think
this
he's going to do
actually.
really well at the one where you have to, fill the barrel with the cup and you skate on the Crisco.
Slip and slide.
Slip and
Yes,
slide.
thank you.
Yes.
Slip and slide. I think he can do
Don't
that.
they have it? They haven't
I
done
know
it
it's
in
been a while, I feel, but
Mhm.
I don't think that I don't think that he'll do well like on a wall type of competition. I told him a long time ago, like this has been a few years. I think Barrett would be really good at the one where you have to put your fingers through the chicken wire and grab the egg and move it because his fingers are like this long. I'm just
That's
saying.
a good one. That is a good
Yeah.
one.
And he is tall enough to where his arms, it would just be
Mhm.
I mean, he did pretty good on True or False.
He did.
He did actually pretty good on the memory one too with the
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper.
I think he's good
Yeah.
with like the question comps. That's my.
Yeah, I think
What competition do you think Barrett will win? One that's luck. I'm just kidding. Any luck based one, he's gonna be great at that.
I don't know if he would
Totally.
do. I don't know if he would want to win OTEV unless like he needs to.
OTEV, Barrett could take one step up that hill and be at the top.
I hope he wants to win.
Just like the full
OTEV.
splits.
That's my thing with Barrett too. I might need him to stop throwing things like.
Okay, he has been throwing everything, but
No, but like when I hear him being like, "Don't pick me for veto," and then I hear him being like,
Well, so stupid.
like, come
Why
on,
would you say that? Like,
Yeah,
especially your ally. I don't care who it is. If somebody says there's certain things in Big Brother, you always say yes. Do you want to be in an alliance? Yes.
yes,
Do you want to play in veto? Yeah,
yes.
I do.
Because
you don't have
want
to
pull them
win.
down, yeah, and even if you don't pull them down, you still can win and save yourself. Like,
Yes.
hello. So
And never
no.
say no. Always
Yeah.
say yes. Come on. He'll
Barrett,
hear it from me for
that
that.
one's for you for saying no
Yeah.
to Drew picking
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Why would you do
We're
that?
critical of him.
Exactly. I'm not sitting here saying that Barrett is playing a perfect game when he's not. But I don't think it's the worst at the same time. So, anyways,
Yeah.
anything else with that one, Zach? Or was I honestly? Someone else said it in chat too. I think it was Megan. Yeah, BB Comics. I can see him doing good at that.
Yeah.
Because I feel
I
like he
think
could
Wait,
just like
on BB Comics,
look up.
like he's not even gonna be hanging. He's just gonna hold the thing and just walk across.
That's
He's
what I
gonna
was
look over
thinking.
the rail. Barrett's gonna be like this the whole way across, just walking.
That's literally yeah.
Oh wait. I think he might be good at hide and go veto.
Well,
feel like
yeah, we talked about that
We've
too.
talked
Remember?
about this. Yes, like where we
Because
would
I was
hide
like, Barrett,
it.
you can hide the
Mhm.
veto the very best because you'll just put it in the rafters. Nobody can reach it.
Yeah.
Like, just put it in the tallest place in the house and no one can get it.
We have definitely talked about where we would hide it for hide and go veto before, which is very funny. So, like way before any of this was ever in the cards. So I feel like that could definitely be really fun to see play out.
Yeah, we've talked about that's how much we talk about Big Brother is that was talked about
Literally.
eons ago, like before any of this was even a thing. Like we talked about all of the things where all of the places where Barrett could hide it and then like acted it out.
Honestly, I think he would be. He might be good at the days comp. I'm not for sure. He's very. I don't know how good of a studier he is. Like, because I mean, I can recall things on Big Brother, but like, that's just from memory or whatever. But I don't know how his memory is sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not sure either.
Yeah, so I'm not for sure about that. Like, knockout comp, like, where you have to see how how many things are less than. I think he might be good at that.
I think so too.
Yeah, but I don't know. It depends. I know he'll want to win pressure cooker if that's here.
Oh yes, and what do we think of him potentially being in the wall this Thursday?
I don't think he's gonna. I think it will get like halfway.
Do you think being tall is like beneficial, or is that a hindrance in?
I think that's a hindrance. Like,
I think so too, right? Me and my one friend Emily, shout out Emily, who was with me and Barrett in the first episode, my girlfriend that was with us. Not literal girlfriend chat, but she was saying to me that she thinks it's beneficial to be really tall in the wall comp. But I think it's more beneficial to be shorter. Like my gut tells me like D is gonna win the wall comp. Like
I could say
or
Mallory.
Oh yes, Mallory and her brolic arms. Oh yes,
Mallory works out like y'all.
She doesn't just work out. Like there's an obsessive thing. I don't know if you guys know, but Mallory, since 2020, like she saw this like ab workout.
Yes.
Yeah, and like a magazine or something or online. I don't know, but she has to do it. Like she thinks that she has to do it. It is imperative that she do it every day. It doesn't matter if she does it morning, noon, night, with her workout, without her workout. But if she does not complete this specific ab workout that takes 7 minutes, something bad will happen in her life.
Oh,
girl, that's called OCD. That is not an ab workout.
I was about to say, I think that's a little
That's
something
called
more
mental
than...
illness.
Stop.
I think it's really funny though that she does. I really don't think that about her, but I do think it's absolutely because she doesn't actually think that. I was kidding.
Right.
I was making a joke, but she doesn't actually think that, but she does do it every single day. And she said that she uses that to trick herself. Something bad will happen if I don't do this. She's Pavloved herself.
That's funny.
I think it's really funny. That's why her abs are so phenomenal.
Yeah, and I mean that's why she's gonna
I
win
should
the
trick
wall.
myself.
I need to start doing 7 minutes of ab workout a day for 6 years straight, I guess. Okay. Next question, also from Mary. Has Barrett ever had gotten a shot with Batty, like D.
Barrett. I'm not. Y'all can
I
answer that
love
one.
Mary. I love Mary. Yes, I think so. I mean, I
Yeah.
think he's
I will tell you the people he's dated in the past. I've thought that they were beautiful.
In case you didn't know, women are usually attracted to tall men, and Barrett usually falls in that category. That's just what I've heard from many of my friends that are women who are like, "Is he single?" So, yes,
I think
to answer
so.
that question.
I think so. Thanks for that one, Mary.
Yeah. Why is he so down to get rid of Drew when he is his number one for D and Devons though from Ellie?
Hi, Ellie. Thanks for the question.
Hi. Yes.
I think it's a little less than he's just like down to do it. I really want to hear his diary rooms about it this week. I know that we've had like the Sunday episode, but I really want to hear what his thoughts are on like the Wednesday and Thursday episodes, because despite what everyone thinks, none of the three of us are in Barrett's head. We don't know what the hell he's thinking at all times of the day, but I do think that it's like a little less than him just being down to vote Drew out. I think it's kind of just like, well, what am I supposed to do here other than vote Drew out? Because I feel like we were saying earlier, if he tries to flip it and tells Drew, hey, you're the target, well, then it blows up on Barrett, and the next thing you know, Barrett's on the block next week. So, and the votes are just like not there, right? Because I feel like how it works is you have Drew, Lyric, and Melody on the block, right? So if Melody comes off, I don't see the other girls, meaning like the girl trio plus the majority alliance, wanting to evict Lyric, whether that's Melody or Lyric. So Drew's gonna go. Like, that's just how I see it. It's like you need 6 votes to stay, but when you have Angela, Chuck, Camu, Lyric or Melody, and then the icons, it's toast. So I don't know. It's really tricky when you have people like Angela who just don't want him to stay. I feel like I don't know what else he's supposed to do, and I feel like maybe he's just like accepting that. I don't know what you guys think, but
No, I kind of agree with that too. I mean, we kind of saw last week how trying to get the vote off of Mallory went, and he really doesn't have. If they're not going to listen to him, then they're not going to listen to him. Like, there's only so much you can do, especially with your number one ally and stuff. If they're the one or the target, like, it sucks. Like, it does. Like, I'm sure if he had any type of thing to do with it, he would try to get it off of him, but that got shut down today too. So I mean, there's still 2 days. I'm sure if there is something that's going to happen, he'd be open to it. But it's going to be tough. Look at Lyric, for instance. Like, she's still getting blowback from Rome and
yeah.
Jason. Like, I'm not making excuses for Barrett, because like I would want him to keep Drew, but
yeah, me too. I feel like it's better for him to keep Drew, but I just like don't see where the numbers come from. And I see Mary in chat saying, you show loyalty. I'm sorry, hold on, let me pull up her whole comment. I would have said to D, Drew is my friend and ally and need to give him a vote. So you show loyalty when it's not necessary, but show loyalty when it is not necessary. Give you respect to get respect from others, right? I understand what you're saying, Mary. I think that like it's hard because like people are already like, we see what happened to Drew, right? So I feel like if he sticks his neck out for Drew, he's going to be labeled as like the new Drew. And so I feel like that's kind of my, like, where I feel like his hesitation is of like, hey, if I try to like vouch for Drew and vouch for him to stay, they're going to start looking at me sideways, just like they were looking at him sideways. So I think it's like a self-preservation type of thing. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not in Barrett's head, so
also, if we're looking
I
at the
could be wrong.
precedents that has been set, like Lyric, everyone's under the assumption, which is true, Lyric did not vote for Rome to stay. Like, and she was supposedly in a showmance with him. Like, if we're talking about loyalty to someone, I don't think that carries much weight here. Like, at least some people, I feel like people are set in their stone, just set in their ways of who they're with is who they're with. And I'm just looking at how it is. And plus, there's been nothing but unanimous votes. So it really doesn't help in general. But
I know.
I mean, it sucks. It does. Like, I'm also thinking about this selfishly. Like, I'm just like, look, unless an opportunity presents itself, which it technically hasn't gotten to Barrett yet, that they were trying to flip it.
Yeah.
So he didn't even catch wind of it yet. So I don't know. I'm hoping maybe they'll wake up and like D will come to realization of it. Like, no, I need to get this done. So
yeah,
I think it's like what D was talking about doing with Devon's. Like, it needs to be done, but it needs to be their idea, not his.
Yeah, which D is so smart. Like, it drives me crazy how good she is. But that's how you get the vote to flip, is having them think that it's their idea. Because if they come in there acting like something else, then they're just going to start looking at D and Devon sideways. So I think that that's exactly how you do it. And Ellie, to answer your comment, you're saying that at this point, if Drew stays, isn't it worse for Barrett if Drew finds out about everything Barrett said about him? Yeah, that's what we were saying. I'm pretty sure you were the one that asked about like if it was better or worse if Drew stayed. But yeah, that's the debate, right? Is that like all these people now could turn around next week and be like, yo, Drew, he was voting you out last week. Like, you better watch out. So, yeah. Oh my God, Colton. Actually, I'm so glad you're saying this before we move on to the other questions, because we still have some starred. But I agree with this wholeheartedly, that the fans put a lot of expectations on Barrett, given that he's a super fan. Shout out Corey. You know, we love Corey from BB25. I was watching his Twitch stream the other day, and he was saying the same thing, that like the fans put all these expectations on the super fans. And it's like, yeah, they're super fans. They study the show. They're not watching the show while they're on the show. So I don't know how he's supposed to know everything going on when he's in the house.
Also,
but I agree. It's all of the expectations that people are putting on him, and they're letting themselves down. So
also, if they're true super fans, they know that you got to make those relationships in the beginning of the game. Like, you can't be the one starting fights. You can't be the ones stirring shit up. Like, it's unfortunately, those aren't the games that win.
right.
Like, it's the subtle moves that help you win the game. And then, because truly, I think honestly, the key is like, just get to jury and then light up your game then. Like, or even not even then, like, you know, around final 6, final 7, you know, building those relationships and everything like that. That's something like we've seen time and time again, where it's like, okay, you know, get into a groove and just be able to do that. And it's been working out stellar for some people. Like, thinking about like Chelsea, for instance, like, she tried to start something and then she was kind of on the bottom for a bit, and her alliance blew up, and then she kind of faded to the background, but she was still building those relationships with people that got her to the end. So
great point. But yeah, sorry, let's get back to our questions. Thanks, chat. I've been loving this tonight. Another one from Mary. What is the point of no return for the red corner taking over like the mafia, like Final 9? So let's see. The red corner is the 3 of them. Is it only the 5 technically, or are we including Red Angela in this? I think if we include Red Angela, I would say like 10 ish, right? Because
Wait,
if it's
what question is this?
the question is asking when is like the point of no return with like the
for when you can turn.
Yeah, for like the red corner, like if they continue to like go,
Oh,
like what at what
well, we're
point, like
quickly
what, how
approaching
many?
it.
Well, yeah, that's what I was like saying, like maybe like 10. Because at 10 there's what? Because it's the red corner is D, Devins, Chuck
Put it in the
GBT,
freezer.
Camus, and Haley. So if we're including Angela in this, then that's 6. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying, like maybe like 10.
Yeah. I feel like Final
10,
10
11.
is like, yeah. I feel like 10 too, especially whenever they need pawns. Like, because someone's going to win the veto and take themselves off. I feel like
Right.
it's whenever they're going to wake up a bit, some people at least, maybe even like the icons in a sense. But I feel like I would hate this so much. But I feel like what's going to, if we get a Haley, Camus, Chuck final 3.
Why are we talking about that?
Well, if they're riding out with the tool shed because they're going to win comps, like, ain't no way those 3 are going to link up with any of the icons.
Right.
Like, let's wake it up.
Yeah. I would say around that time would probably be like the point of no return.
Wait, but how much longer does Blockbuster go?
That went until God, I don't remember when it ended last season, but it ended really late.
Well, I think
Finals.
how long
Final
you
6.
can go is it like correlates directly to how long Blockbuster lasts, because
Last till
the
final
more
6.
people you have to put on the block, then the higher the chances are that you're going to need pawns. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the longer you're having that, then the more people you're having to put up. Like, you're going to have to turn sooner the longer Blockbuster goes. Does that make sense?
Final 6 is whatever.
Yeah, final 6 was the first like normal rounds, but you know what I mean, like the first round without Blockbuster.
Normal.
Yeah,
right. I mean,
so
I don't really
late in
know.
the game.
I also don't. I don't think you can definitively answer when the point of no return is, to be honest.
I mean, that technically is like.
It depends on what's going on in the house, like, and if there are power shifts. If we have a power shift, then you can last longer to get to the point of no return. So it's really just a bunch of what ifs. But if it continues the steamroll that it is right now, then like if you're just going with that, then definitely sooner. I think we can all collectively agree that we would like for it to be last week. But
yeah,
you know. So sorry, the children were in here again. They were hungry.
Well, tell them to leave you alone.
You act like that works. Clearly, you're not a parent. Jet's mom just said, "Have you met Jet?" So,
all right,
they're gone though.
Next, MK Weave. I guess how you say it. Oh yeah, does Barrett pick up on vibes? Because he really doesn't like Camus. Then the Instagram thing just came out. Maybe he can sense Camus' negative aura. Oh yeah, he can. He definitely knows.
A
Well-
million%.
Yeah,
Like-
because he's neurodivergent. So
Well-
he 100% knows.
The way to turn off Barrett from anything is you bring up God, like in a conversation that you're making a decision for a game of Big Brother.
Oh my God.
Like him and
I almost choked on
Mallory?
water, Zach.
him and Mallory literally talked about it, or him and Drew or someone. They were like, I was talking with Kamu and he was saying how God wanted him in the house or something. And he was like, I hated every second of it after that or something. Like, say anything with Barrett, he's gonna know, like, okay, I can't work with you. Like,
Yeah. I think that Barrett probably saw what Camus looked like, and like, not like that means anything, but like literally like first impressions, and was probably like, yeah, no. Like, I'm not gonna vibe with this man. But again, it's like he gets like woken up and brought into an alliance with them. Is he gonna say no? No.
no.
Not when like the strongest guy in the house is winning competitions and not putting you on the block, right? I don't think he likes him. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if they don't speak at all after the season. I don't want to say that, you know, in his on his terms, if that's the phrase I'm looking for. But
Speak on his behalf.
there you go. But I don't think that like I could see them really vibing much on a personal level. So yeah, I think he picks it up 100%.
BB Bean asks, can we get a prediction from each of you? Who is evicted on Thursday? Oh,
This is good because I want to use this in our next one to kind of like, but
yeah.
okay. I think that, sorry, I think that I had to gather my thoughts by looking at the memory wall in front of us. I think that Melody is going to win the blockbuster, and that's going to cause Drew to go, is my prediction.
Really?
Yes.
I think that Drew is going to win the blockbuster. And because of that, I had a dream. I don't know why. Well, no, this dream doesn't correlate to this, so I don't know. I was thinking about something else. I think that Lyric is going. I don't want it to happen. Well,
you have lost your girl card.
I don't want it to happen, but like,
that is not your girl, Zach.
She is, but
so then who do you
I don't
want
know.
to go home?
I don't want any of them to go home is the thing.
Well, one of them has to.
Zach, that's not how the game works. Someone has to go home. So you have to pick right now.
okay.
You're in the
Okay,
diary room.
Haley.
It's live
Haley.
eviction night.
Can I vote for Haley?
That's not the game, Zach, but I would.
No.
I would too.
Honestly, Lyric, like, at least,
Shredding your girl card.
well, the only reason why is because Lyric isn't gonna target the red corner.
Or so she says. I don't know if she actually would or not. I don't think she would actually.
Exactly.
Well,
That's my
I
thing.
feel
I'm
she
like,
might put up Haley now. Now that this is
Haley
today.
Yeah, I don't
know about the rest. But I guess, well, who were the ones that nominated her? Camus nominated her too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But she's flirting with both of them.
So she could still put them on the block. They just like they put her on the block. And I would hope that she would have that kind of logic. Honestly, her noms are so easy. Haley, Camus, Devins. All three of them just put her on the block.
Then Devin uses Diamond Power of Veto and then puts up Drew.
Whoa.
Well, that's what would happen. But so what? You're going to flush the power then. At least because they
Well, I'm
already
talking
know.
about. Well, no, I'm
But you
talking about
think-
if he's a final nom.
Well, Drew
Oh.
wouldn't be there, I guess, in this scenario. So you're saying Melody leaves? Or well, in
Well,
this scenario.
No,
Melody
he
leaves,
sent
yeah.
Lyric home. That's who he voted for.
No,
Because
no,
Zach got his
no,
card torn up.
no. Nick is saying in this scenario, Drew won Blockbuster, Melody went, Lyric stayed,
And won
Kamu,
HOH.
Devins,
And Haley on
and
the block.
Haley on the block. They're the final
Oh, then
noms.
yeah.
Devins takes himself off and puts up Drew.
Listen, everybody, well, maybe not everybody in the house, but most people know that there are at minimum, there are 2 powers in the house right now.
Yeah.
Because there were no punishments. So it doesn't really matter what they are. Get rid of them. Because the sooner you I don't want them hanging over my head when there are fewer people left in the house to deal
Yeah.
with.
I
I want
agree
them
with
gone
that.
now. I don't want them to have the ability to hold on to the power. So in my head, if I'm looking at it in terms of who's America going to vote for, obviously returning players, icons, whatever you want to call them. So you have to target them because they potentially, or they have the most potential to have whatever the power is. So get rid of the power. I just don't want to be the one to do it. I want somebody else to do it for me.
Mhm.
And I want to sit back and watch it happen. And like, I don't want to actively do it. I want to manipulate somebody else to do it for me, but it needs to be done sooner rather than later, because the longer you wait, the more likely it is that you're going to get got by one of those powers. Like, you got to get rid of those
Mhm.
powers while you have more people in the house. That it's silly to me. You don't know what the powers are. You just know they exist. So I think you got to shoot the shot.
So okay, wait. So Zach, your answer is Lyric
Yeah.
for who you think is going. Okay, Roxy, who do you think? What's your prediction?
Of who, like, of what I would do, or who's going home
No,
this
I'm
week?
sorry. Yeah, for Thursday. Like, what do you think is happening on Thursday? Blockbuster and Eviction.
I think Melody's going to win the Blockbuster, and Drew's going to go home.
Period. We see each other
That's right, we do.
because we have
As
faith in
always.
Lyric. Exactly.
Zach's outside staring at us through the window, and he can't get in.
Inside of the Lyric Stand Club.
That's right.
Look, I don't want it to happen. Lyric got herself put up on the block.
Not the way I heard it, Zach. When I retell the story, it's not going to go this way. I may take certain liberties with the retelling of the story, embellish a little, if you will.
Well,
Is that okay?
something you can't embellish is
Oh,
have
no.
we checked out our draft picks? And let me get them pulled up.
I don't remember who I have on my draft at all.
Well, first up, we have mine.
Oh, you're not.
One of them is
looking good there,
dead.
Zach.
This is an
And-
interesting team.
I forgot that she's on my team. You didn't even draft her. So where's your stand card, huh?
He couldn't. You already took her.
Exactly.
He had the second pick.
Okay.
She got
well,
12th. I got her 12th. She wasn't even she wasn't
Okay.
even his third pick.
You know, Zach's flustered when he can't even get where he's like.
Well, that's my draft. One of them's dead, and the other one got voted out first. So
One of them's dead.
And you have
2 of them are furniture.
yeah,
And
you have,
one of them doesn't even know what game they're playing.
you have Barrett and Chuck who don't exist. You have Lyric who is your pick to go home, and Lala who can't get 1 point in any competition.
Not a single point. Not a single one.
I had faith. Well, and then we had
Okay.
Nick.
Well,
Oh, I kind of am not mad seeing this.
Nick has D, Devins, and Jason, who just went out. Melody, Mallory, and Kamu.
Honestly, I kinda hate.
yeah, yours is actually, you only have one that I can't stand.
I mean, yeah, I don't have to like him, but like he's not out.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
How'd you end up with D and Devins? Damn.
I was good. I don't know. Y'all was focused on Barrett and whoever.
I
Roxie
never
picked.
even look. You know how I do the draft. I'm like
Focused
whatever.
on furniture.
Because I don't. Ultimately, I don't even care. Like, there's no thought. There's zero thought put into it.
Well,
I don't even remember who I have.
you have the rest of the players left. You
Ugh.
have Angela,
God, what a
Drew,
gross pick.
Whoa.
Rome,
I don't
Taylor,
like any of these.
Yash,
Well, I like
and
Drew.
Haley.
I like Drew and I like Taylor.
Hey,
I like Rome
think
pretty
Taylor.
okay.
Rome is. Oh my god.
I know he's your husband. I remember.
I love him. I miss him every day. I think Taylor
You miss
is
him
low-
wearing Ashley or Haley's shorts, is what you miss.
Stop calling me out.
I mean, it's the truth.
It
He did
is.
look really cute in them.
He did. I think Taylor's low-key a sleeper pick. I was gonna say that.
Well, do I need to get the chart? She has a plan, Nick.
She
A plan
does.
that she can't explain and no one understands. All I know is I drew it exactly as she said and studied it, and I still don't get it. So
happens. But
She
yeah,
might be a
like
true
Shy Boy is
genius.
saying, she's been clocking people and dynamics, and I agree. She's
it's
very
true.
aware.
And Shy Boy and I always agree.
Yeah.
Always.
Something I will say though is she's spending an awful lot of time in her bed.
Well, you know what?
Well,
Your favorite player won the entire game prone in the bed.
who?
Nicole Franzel, she was in the bed with Corey the entire time. She was giving him hand jobs, and that's how she won. But
that was good.
That is
And
not
it's
how
the
she
truth.
won.
That was a
That's
smack.
not how she won.
prone, that's how she won.
Totally.
That is not how she
forgot
won.
What point I was just gonna make? Oh, I was gonna say Taylor. So we're saying Taylor, you know, laying in bed, right? Did you guys see that clip of her where she was like laying in bed and it was Lyric and Mallory like talking in like the other pod?
Ooh,
And
Yeah, and they were
were,
talking
like,
about why.
talking about like why Lyric was, you know, going on the block and this, that, whatever, and or how Mallory heard from Haley that she was gonna put up Taylor and all this stuff, and Taylor was like, I heard my name.
And then she left, and they kept on talking about it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awkward, like really
Yeah.
awkward.
I mean, I would have said that too. I mean, you talking
Me
about
too.
the pods are really good for that though, like being able to eavesdrop, because people don't even pay any attention in there. I
Yeah,
told Barrett a long time ago that I think he should just pretend sleep. Whatever room he's in, just pretend sleep. And
Ava
I
did
was
that
like,
last
work on
season.
that. Just pretend to sleep. Like, control your breathing. Get it, like smack your mouth a little bit. Maybe give a snore. Let them think you're asleep so you can listen to their conversations.
Ava did it last season.
I mean, it works. Did you really?
She did it for something, but it wasn't on purpose. They thought she was
Oh.
asleep. I forgot what the
Yeah.
context was, but they thought she was asleep.
Ashley
and it was
and
that
Kelly.
same room.
Ashley and Kelly were talking about her, I think.
Yeah, and it was that same
Wow.
room.
Interesting.
But and then like last week too, even when Dee and Barrett were like in there, and Barrett was crying when he was saying like, "Oh, my friends probably think I'm an idiot." And
Do you think he was thinking mostly about me when he said that?
I do. I think he definitely was. But they were like talking all this stuff, and Lala was like 2 feet away from them. So it's
I
like, do they
mean,
know she's right there?
I get really tickled though at people that
I need to
like,
let
you
my
know, when
cat
they're
out.
out in the backyard and they're like sectioned off and they're like talking to each other. Like, people, you know, like on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever platform you're on, they're like, why are they talking out loud like that? Can't people hear them? And I'm like, they're wearing mics. Like,
Yeah.
do you think this is how do you think the volume is that loud across the entire yard? It's not.
Yes, Roxy, that's how it is.
Okay. I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand things like that.
Understandable.
Mhm.
I think it's funny though that people think that. Can you put the other graphic up? I'm tired of looking at these losers. My losing team.
I can't.
Is there Have we covered all of the feeds, right?
I think we have
Yes.
everything.
I
Okay,
mean,
perfect.
we talked about predictions and everything like that. I mean, but yeah, it's
Well, so
Shout
going to-
outs.
I think chat. Did you guys like the format that we used tonight where we just do a rundown and then quickly go through the feeds and then do questions? Because I think that I want to do it like this every time. Do you guys like it like that?
I like this.
Say yes.
oh, chat said
Yeah, I'm curious.
no.
I want to know what chat thinks because we did try to do a little format so it wasn't like just 3 hours of us being all over the place.
Perfect.
Yes, loved it. Yeah, yes.
Okay, good. Same
Good.
time next
Yeah,
week.
it
We'll
was
do it
great.
again.
Yeah, we
Yes.
felt like we were like a little too scattered. It's kind of funny because I feel like Barrett is literally like the organizer. Like Barrett, I'm always like, Barrett's got it all under control. Like I just gotta show up and like
I
make sure
know.
I watched. Barrett ain't here.
The entire existence
Yeah.
of this podcast,
It's like
I
so
have
weird that
just-
we're going live without him.
I've shown
Every
up and
week.
just talked about what Barrett told me to talk about. I'm like, what do you mean? I have to have notes. What is that?
Wow.
I've never taken notes. And thank you, Bean, for saying yes, simply because I told you to. That's the way to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep on doing this format. Then I have a script.
Thank you,
that will
Ara.
follow.
Thank you, Ara. Yes, like the stream.
Everyone
And
likes the stream.
everyone
Share,
subscribe,
please.
share, and
Auditings.
Join the Discord.
if you're, let me get the thing pulled up.
Oh, he's got to play
if
the
there-
song that I don't know why we play.
I mean, is there
It's
anything
just
else?
tradition.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't remember how it started.
We need Barrett here to tell us the lore.
I think it had to do
From
with
what
Daniel
Barrett-
Icon Brown.
Yes, it was. From what Barrett told me is Daniel
sounds
Icon
about
Brown
right.
wanted like some exit song, and then
And so
They're
we
like, "Why would
played
you-"
one of Daniel's that he didn't know we had. And then he got mad at us. We played The Other Woman by Daniel Icon Brown.
Oh,
I mean,
oh my
we can-
God.
we can play this.
No, don't change it up. Zach,
What?
what are you doing?
Can you hear me? What? Oh, I was just joking.
She was making a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
But yes, let me go ahead and do this.
Thanks,
takes-
chat. Appreciate all of you.
Yeah, it takes us a second.
Yes.
Uh,
And if I didn't say your name, sorry.
oh, there it goes.
It's like, where is it?
It takes it a second. Sorry, it's a little loud.
It's fine.
I know that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. As always, we love to talk to everyone in the chat. If you weren't here for the live chat, join us next week. We'll be here, same time, same place, and possibly with a special guest. Stay tuned to hear who that is while we finalize the details. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Helps out the channel a lot. And follow us on Discord. We have the links all down below, and Instagram as well. Be sure to Twitter, light it all up. And let us know, who do
I'm
you
on
think is
Blue
going to get
Sky.
evicted? Well,
I'm on
Blue Sky too.
too.
Well, they're all the links are down there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Nick, do you have anything?
No. Good luck to
Roxie?
Lyric.
Oh, okay. Roxie,
I'm good.
anything? Okay.
I'm great.
All right. Guess I'll say the thing I always say. Perception is reality. Our reality. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.